What's up, Calicon community? This is Calicon TV episode 2. So, I'm gonna give it to Dropout.
Alright guys, so nandito tayo ngayon sa second episode ng Calicon TV. So, ngayon guys, gusto ko lang ipakilala sa inyo isa ito sa mga solid na artist at entrepreneur ngayon dito sa urban scene. At syempre, alam mo yun, sobrang daming projects na ginagawa nila. And at the same time, alam mo yun, ngayong pandemya, sobrang hato pa rin nila sa paghasal at paggawa ng mga content nila ngayon. So ito na, hindi natin patatagalin pa. Our first guest, please welcome Mike Swift. So yun guys, konting idea lang tungkol kay Mike Swift. Isa siya sa mga matituring ko na, alam mo yun, legend na to sa scene. Hall of Fame. Calicon Hall of Fame. So
official.
yeah. So guys, konting trivia lang, ito si Mike Swift. Isa siya sa mga gumawa na malulupit na movement dito sa Pilipinas. So it's called Konektado. So isa siya dun sa, I mean, like, you're one of the founders, right? Co-founder.
Yes. Puting Kalabaw.
Yeah, together with Puting Kalabaw. So yun guys, kung familiar kayo sa Konektado, and at the same time, meron din siyang Battle Rap League. So ang pangalan nito ay
Sunugan.
So
That's
yun
with
guys,
Looney and Jehan also. Puting Kalabaw and Looney.
so yun guys, that's konting trivia mula sa akin, amin. Ito na.
Episode 2 pa lang.
Episode 2 pa lang. So yun guys, our next guest for tonight, feeling ko gabi na talaga to kasi meron din siyang ginagawa na vlog. It's araw-araw, gabi-gabi. So yung related yan doon. So eto na, isa sa mga malulupit ngayon sa rap scene, at the same time CEO ng isang malupit na clothing brand, High Minds. Please welcome Omar Baliw.
Yeah.
So yun guys, alam mo yun, para sa akin, Doug and Kuya Nick, exciting tong episode natin to kasi alam ko itong dalawang guest natin ay maliban sa pagiging artist, magkaibigan rin sila in person. Tama ba kayo, Mike, diba? So, medyo close to. So, alam mo yun, napag-isipan namin ng Calicon na, magandang tandem tong dalawang to, and at the same time, parang kwentuhan lang talaga. And yun, Connect.
Yo, so, a dream come true to para sa amin na may guest si Mike.
Yes, sir. I mean, for our second episode, okay siya. I mean, ang lakas kagad. Second episode pa lang, so malakas kagad. Kita mo si Drappy, hindi niya nalabas yung rekta sa kali, niya MC niya
Naging fan. Ako
naging fan
I'm a fan.
Rekta sa kwarto kasi, yung sanay sa outdoor.
Yun.
So, sige. So, let's get to it na. Doug.
Mabilisan na lang, total, alam naman na ng tao, hindi na kailangan ng haba pang introduction. Jump in na tayo sa topics. So, unahin natin si Kuya Mike.
Yeah.
Origin story.
Kuya
So,
Mike.
saan ba nanggaling ang isang Mike Swift? Kwento mo, we have time. Kakain muna tayo.
Sa womb ng aking inay.
Okay.
Nanggaling ako sa dito ng mom ko. Ang tawag ko sa kanya inay. Paglabas ko doon, galing ako siguro sa Lipa City, Batangas. Sigurado. Sa Lipa City, Batangas. Tapos lumaki akong, ganun kahaba bang ang oras na to para may storya ko itong life.
Sige, kailan ka umalis ng
Philippines?
Basta grade 2, hanggang grade 2 ako sa Pilipinas bago ako
That's
mapadpad
roughly
sa
8 years.
Amerika na nung unang balik ko dito, I was already a grown man when I already dropped out of college. I already worked a few years as an adult before even approaching really hardcore full talaga committed sa pagrarap sa industriya ng rap. So 2004 yon.
2004 nandito ka na.
Dito,
During Head Bop yan, di ba?
Head Bop music. I already founded Head Bop. I was 17 years old. 1998 with two other friends. That's Pocho, which is a Puerto Rican American. Also Yeshua the Poet, which is a Colombian So yun yung dalawa kong parang kayong tatlo kayo, 'di ba? Kami tatlo din kaming nag-umpisa. Sobrang bata ako pa na I started it with putting $1,500 each during that time. So it was like, yo, you know how to and you needed that to get your stuff incorporated. Para maging official na kumpanya, kailangan mong yun ganyan, lalakarin mo yung papeles, so
Registrations and
exactly. So I still have my head bop certificate to show everybody how official that I am the first Filipino to have an indie label in America. That's how old, say 1998. But it's cool that kaya yung confidence ko pagdating ko dito, pagdating sa I guess I toured a group that's with head bop music in America. That's including Canada. That's for like half of America, all the way down to Midwest. Did Chicago, Texas. We did like for 2 months. I did that. So that was part of my learning stage. How to remember when we were talking earlier. You have to commit to sino ka as an artist.
Yeah.
Sino ka, how are you gonna present yourself?
What's your character in this scene?
So I was a label owner, and those are the things that I needed to learn as a label owner. But my artists were my best friends, which are We Be Foolish, and I learned a lot from them. As far as like absorbing authentic New York City hip hop shit. So anyway, long story short, what I've learned sa pagiging owner ng label sa murang edad ay puta, may pera pala sa music business. Ha?
Yeah.
Kasi plaka pa lang yung linabas namin, sticker lang yung sa gitna, wala pang artwork na legit. We sold 10,000 copies of this shit. And so we're like, pero hindi pa kami kilala. Hindi, so I'm like, yo, nobody even knows who the fuck we are in the business, and we already sold that much. And you guys are touring. There's a demand for you to tour independently outside America, Europe, ganyan. So yun yung initial learnings pagdating sa music industry, music business, not just music or the culture, because I learned that younger. B-boy na ako dito sa Pilipinas, nagbe-breakdance na ako pagdating ko sa Amerika.
Anong year yun? Yung nagpunta ka ng New York? And what part of New York?
That was 90s, early
90s, parang 92, ganun. Then you went back here 2003? 2004?
2004.
2004. Trivia lang, fun fact. De, seryoso ito. I wrote him a fan letter, man. Way back to 2000, 2003. I wrote you a fan letter. I was a fan. I was still in college noon. Nag-aaral pa ako. I was a fan already. That's why
I think you know why? Because there was if you were paying attention to internet stuff during that time, I was in there. That's probably how he found me, because Head Bop Music, kumbaga, meron akong website na mikeswift.us na ang kalaban nagka-web, parang competition ng websites at that time. And ang mga kalaban ko, Cindy Corleto. Web Awards.
Yeah.
And I was fucking nominated, and I was in America. Don't know nothing about Pinoy hip hop. Just I know Francis M, I know Andrew E. Maybe I watched Godlmine a little bit in ABS. Carlos Agassi. When you go online and do research, ang makikita mo lang is mga parang kay Boom na parang site niya na maliit, Vibe Station.
Seven Shots.
That's the only thing. Seven Shots, Some Valley.
Kulay.
So yun lang. Yan pala yung mga pangalan ng hip hop. So ang alam ko, parang 10 lang yata yan sa Pilipinas. So that's why, one of the reasons why, because I don't know nothing. That's why I feel like I'm a black sheep of Pinoy rap, Pinoy hip hop in the world, not just here when I'm in New York. First, when I'm dito, hindi ako nag-grow up sa golden era ng Pinoy rap hindi ko alam who the fuck is Pooch, who the fuck is this, I don't know any songs from Ghetto Dogs. I don't know, I didn't grow up to that. I knew a few Pinoy rap songs that were super popular, Kababayan Ko, mga kanta ni Andrew E, mga nasa -1 na, nasa mga karaoke, mga ganyan. I don't know shit about it, but I know I'm a purebred Brooklyn, New York City, underground. Bata pa ako, nasa events ako kung saan nagpatsupa si Tupac sa Nels, where he got arrested for. I went to the same club, like, you know what I'm saying, like shit that he got, like things that people were going through. I was seeing that. Nagsaya ako sa harap ni LL Cool J, got my little routine, B-boy, you know. And these are the times when hip-hop was not as rich as it is now.
Yeah.
And then the club scene in New York City were just, you know, it's always like that sa New York naman. So parang yun yung backbone at background ko sa hip-hop. Kaya minsan hindi ako gets ng, you know, the Pinoy rap community here. And, you know, little by little, I had to learn the ways here. Otherwise, I was not gonna succeed. Kumbaga, hindi ako magpapakat. Galing ako sa New York, mababakang nila lang. Alam mo yun? So, people that had that attitude, kumbaga yung mga ganyan mag-isip, hindi sila nagtagal. Ang dami kong nakita dito, mga film o mga may potential doon, may potential dito, pero as the years went by, I don't hear nothing from them anymore. Because they always had that mindset that when they came here, nah, y'all behind. We back home with the States. You know, I hate that mentality. It's like, yo, that's not the way. And it took me a while to prove that I could say I'm right, because I was able to prove and do that with some of the work that I did, let's say with the tenement and just a couple of things that leaked through na naging nasa international movement na gawang Pinoy. Kumbaga,
So speaking of that, so you got back here 2004. Naglabas ka pa ng album na like the 50 Cent era na eh. Meron ka ano yung title?
you know, it's a mixtape. It's a mixtape. Actually, yeah, that still holds me till this day. I put yun yung pinaka-reference ko para makilala ako ni Francis M at ni Andrew E. Kung wala
Actually, that's
noon,
what I found out.
kung wala noon, ano lang, boka-boka din. So I had a actual product during that time.
Actually, nakakano kasi same building. You know JT, ahead of Power 108. The son of Power 108.
Okay,
He used to live here also. Tapos
Yeah.
dun,
This building?
yes.
Okay.
Tapos sa kanya ko narinig yung music mo rin talaga. Kasi pareho sa kaming ano rin siya eh. Tough din siya eh.
Kasi wala pa ako dito, pinadala ko na kay Francis yung box, tapos si Andrew E din. So kaya pagdating ko dito, Glock knew who I was, Picasso, anybody that was close to Francis, and Francis was a radio DJ at Power 108. So if you were close to Francis, you had my CD. So if you ask Looney and Ron, they know that CD from top to bottom, because before they even met me, they were already listening to that mixtape.
Yun kasi yung barkada ko siya dito sa building na to. He's the son of the owner of Power 108. So parang may dibs kami kung ano yung mga may idea. Oy, sino to mga to? Pati syempre I'm hip hop na ako eh. Tapos Power 108 parang siya yung pinaka legit na hip hop station lang dati. Hirap ako nun. Anyway, going back, so 2004, asan ka na, anong ginagawa mo na dito?
2004, I'll come to wreck the motherfucking place. I'm coming to party, and I'm coming to fucking let everybody know that I'm in town. So, just a hungry.
Mike is home. Mike is home.
You know, I like to say that, pero from a New York standpoint, talking to my friends that grew up in New York, that's not Filipinos. That's me saying, yo, I'm home. But when I got here, I gotta learn home. Shit. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know how to fuck you cross the street, man. Even the dogs and the cats cross the street better than me. Like, tangina, hindi. Parang culture shock. It's still a culture shock. Last time I left was second grade. When I came back, I'm a grown man already that learned so many things. And I didn't come back here on like family vacation. I didn't come back here because, you know, blah, 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 this and that. I came back here for one thing. My mind was set on saying, I'm going to be a fucking rapper, and that's my chosen fucking career. That's what I choose.
Okay. So
I'm all in.
that has been the first part of Mike. So we know the roots until you decided to finally become a rapper.
Because I was a record label owner first.
Yep. Yeah.
So what I learned from touring, from the artists that I took on tour with me, is what I took with me as an artist. So when I started performing here, I have my funny skit, I have my hip hop skit, I have my For the Girl song skit, and then I have the acapella spit. Before everybody doing acapella, I did all my shows always had an acapella. My intros in my events, acapella. Before Flip Top or Sunugan or rap battles performed that way, I was already spitting acapella and doing shit like that.
I'm a fan. Ano din eh? Fan din ako ng music mo that time. So parang iniisip ko nun na yung mga music na nilabas mo sa ano, yung bago ka pala dito. Nakalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko. Wait,
Naglahang. Kasi ba't ka
Fun nga.
nag-CR kanina eh?
Fun nga kasi.
Kaso nga wala CR nila eh.
Fun.
Fun. Wait, sige, sasaluhin kita. Question. Sige, so okay. So, di ba 2004? So, nagpaka-rapper. Actually, you have, I saw your skits and everything. Meron ka pang minsan nga, pinag-usapan natin kanina yung costume pa. Tirador. May tirador ka napakalaki.
Alam mo, I know, like, right now, when I look at y'all and I see how passionate you are with fashion, I mean, it wouldn't show now how passionate I was or still am. But believe me, if you look and dig my old pictures, all you're gonna see is what Kanye and them wears now. All my '90s shit. I'm not a low life, but I was a low life fan, meaning like the guys that collect Ralph Lauren and shit like that. But anyway, I knew all underground spots in Brooklyn to where to get all your cool clothes that are just rare. You know what I'm saying? So I was into clothes heavy. So when I first came here, I was into kicks. I had money because I was hustling. You know, I'm not going to say how I got my money, but I was out there. So my first years were funded by what I was doing in the streets. That's why pagdating ko sa Pilipinas, I already knew that there was not much money in hip-hop because I was chilling with Salbakuta, and shout outs to them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're going through, you know, they're always part of this. Pinoy rap, Pinoy rap thing. They had their hit song, but during that time, kung ang Salbakuta may hit song na ng Stupid Love, nasa Hard Rock Cafe ako. First week actually is the first event I've ever attended, probably in Manila. Was an Andrew E event, so I got to chill with them. And for the first night that I'm chilling in Manila, I said, parang nag-order ako ng Alizé. At that time, that was the drink. That was the drink, you know what I'm saying? Thug Passion, Alizé, Hennessy. So for me to order a glass in a bar and for it to, when it sounded expensive, like they were shocked that I wanted to get these shots. So I was comparing to prices in New York City to prices here. I'm like, what? I've been partying hard since I was a young teen. I mean, I would go where Jay-Z's at. If he say Club Amnesia in his song, I've been there. I went there. I'm in Miami, Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend. I had the money to go there. So if Fat Joe was in this party in the swimming pool, I'm there. I'm watching all of these. But when you tell that story to the hip-hop scene here, who gives a fuck? What does that mean? Oh, you chilled with the same place Jay-Z and things? What does that mean? Oh, you got a picture with who and how and who? You know, so I stopped doing that. I stopped feeling like, tangina, ito yung mga na-experience ko. Sino ka para magdikta ng ganto-ganto? Ako dapat ng sundan. Parang I couldn't be like that either. At all.
Yo, Kuya Mike, let's continue that story. Let's cut it short right now. Like, we need to know the introduction for Omar B, because at this point, you're going to, dito na kayo sabay eh. Dito na kayo sabay. So we've known you from when you left the Philippines,
right,
and then you came back, and then you're this already. And this guy, our brother right here, has also a very humble beginnings in terms of business and also in music. So why don't we listen for more of how did Omar B started, so that you can be
Oh, hell
connected
yeah.
on the
Okay,
story.
shit. Man, say no more.
Yeah.
I'll intro Omar how I know him. Let me intro him for you.
Do it.
I mean, I know Omar has battled in Flip Top, has battled in Sunugan. Every time I see Omar, he definitely asks for a battle, or he will ask for opportunity to battle all the time. That's how I know Omar first. And then I fucked with Bugoy and their movement for fucking since he was a Donggala already, so I already knew. I already kumbaga, nasa mundo ako nang nagbebenta ako ng mixtape hand to hand. Wala naman nagagawa na nung una akong dumating dito sa Fubu. Tatayo ako sa Glorieta, punong-puno ng CDs ang ano ko. Boboli. May CDs ako doon.
May CDs siya doon.
Nakapatong yun
Yun
doon
yung mga
because
may
I would drop it.
NY to PI.
That's right. So, I'm hustling. Nobody was doing that, and I had to do that because that was, like I said, I'm fully committed. So, nakausap ko na yung mga labels through Francis. I already spoke some through on my own connect. Sarah Geronimo's manager, Jojo Dinkong at that time, and the other person too. What's her name in Viva? I forget her name now. But anyway, I'm new to this country, managing myself, but finding ways to get into those meetings by myself with my own press kit. Got gold fronts, long chain. I got a slang, bulul-bulul pa ako magtagalog ng panahon. So I'm weird to everybody because I go in there with so much juice and confidence that I say, yo, you can market me this way. I mean, and then now I look at it and it makes me cringe, like selling myself that way. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm also proud at the same time because that's who I believe, who I am, who I was, and that's who I am. So I'm proud that I reached this for me to not feel bad that that's how I approach those people. Just like Araneta Dreams, I was asking for fucking 25 million, 20 million for my my platinum package, my thing package. When they look at this and this is hip hop and it's 2013 at the time, it's not what it is now, and you showing them packages that look like that, they look at you like you're crazy. For real, but I had the guts to do it because I believe we could reach that.
So, anong year to ng rapper ka? Like talaga, okay, sige. Yun talagang kasagsagan na.
I always rap, but I rap for fun. Pag ang kasama mo yung sobrang magagaling, professional talaga, mahihiya ka mag-rap sa harap nila. Yeah. Pero sa likod nila, si Puting Kalabaw yung naging kasamahan ko sa the have guts because I'm Asian. I'm a short Asian, he's a fat Turkish. Dude, and we would go in the middle of New York City that's like, it's all blacks, Latinos, so we stand out weird already. So you're not going to be fully accepted really like as a rapper, if you're a minority in that world. Like you're a fat Turkish dude and you're short Filipino, Asian, Chinese, whatever you are, that's how they looked at us. So we just kind of rap for fun. That's how I became like, ay, itong mga tropa ko to, sobrang galing. I love this world. And then I figured there's money in this world. And then that's how I got committed into the world. And then I saw my artist was not doing what I feel they should be doing. Dapat sipagan nyo, dapat magaling nyo, dapat, but hindi mo, ang galing-galing mo, hindi mo ginamit. And I applied all those to myself. And that's how I really fucking committed into being a rapper and said, I can do it. I did it twice, and I'm like, I get love in New York when you rap in Tagalog, and no one was doing that. Yun yung ginawa ko. Pero ang buhay ko, buhay kalye, irinap ko sa Tagalog, doon natuwa sina Francis M at sina Andrew E.
Alright, so let me cut you off muna. We're gonna take a break first. So that's that's the story of Mike Swift.
Omar, we're supposed to fucking...
No. We'll take
the second segment will go to Omar. Like I said, that's the Mike Swift from New York. From New York to Manila.
Pero na-stroll niya ako sa life niya. Sobrang hindi ko alam yun eh.
So that's the early life.
I wish I could tell you about the score, strip clubs,
We'll talk about it later.
Fuck.
Okay, sige. So next,
we're going after this break.
After this break, we're gonna talk about yung early days naman ni Omar B. Tapos we're gonna go back to their own events and their own businesses later. Alright? So we're gonna go back. Laters.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back dito sa CALLE TV, episode 2. ito na yung part na inaantay rin ng marami.
Okay, si ano naman, si Mr. Omar B naman ang tatanungin namin ng kanyang origin story. Ito, ako mismo, I wanna know, di ko masyadong alam, I'll be honest, kung ano yung origin story ni Omar. So, excited ako dito. So, yun, when did you start? Kailan ka nagsimula? Paano? Ano yung storya ng bagong Omar B? At saan nanggaling yung rap name na yun? Ganun.
Okay. Yon, Omar Baliw po. Kumusta kayo ni Kuya Drop? Kay Dog. Yon, ako si Omar Baliw. Nag-start ako bago ako mag-rap, talagang music na talaga yung hilig namin. Music talaga yung ginagawa namin sa banda. Nagpe-play ako ng bass, nagde-drums ako. Halos lahat ng trip, skateboard, lahat. Sa banda, sa music talaga kami yon.
Ilan taon ka nito?
High school, siguro mga 14, 15, ganon.
Pembo to, tol.
Oo, Pembo to.
Yep.
Pembo. Yon.
Okay.
Ayun. Music lang ng music. Then one time bigla, hindi ko rin talaga alam eh. Hindi ako lumakid sa hip-hop na inaano nila na
Oo, yung
ipinipili
laking...
nila.
Oo.
Yung nakilala ko yung hip-hop pagkatapos ng music kasi kumbaga yung hip-hop as music siya. Yon. First time ko mag-rap, mga 2008 yon. First rap contest ko yon. Tanda ko yon kasi first rap contest ko, champion ako noon. First
Unang sali.
Lahat ng mga hip hop that time.
May belt kagad siya, no?
Para silang men, hindi to hip hop. Ano to? Emo to, punk to.
Okay, nag-rap lang, gano'n.
Bakit nanalo to? Yun. Tanda ko yun kasi may trophy ako sa bahay. March 1, 2008 yun.
Oy,
Sabi-
naalala nyo pa.
Oh.
Siyempre,
Nice,
first
nice.
March 1, 2008 yun. Sunod-sunod, rap contest. Kung baga kasi, hassle na rin that time kasi sa mga rap artist na gano'n na barangay-barangay ba?
Ang hirap
Uso
i-penetrate
kasi
yun.
Uso kasi yung that time yung mga rap contest sa barangay. So
Oo.
kumbaga naging hassle ko yun eh.
Street
Kumbaga,
cred din doon.
Magkano, mga
Luto,
300, 400 yung
Oo.
quota bago ako makasali sa sa rap contest.
Si
Grabe.
LR, kasama ko mag-rap contest yan. One time may sinalihan kaming rap contest, nagsanla pa yung kasama namin. Tatlo kami, si LR tsaka si Topi, yung tropa namin.
Si Topi. Oh,
Nagsa-
shout out kay Topi. Tropa natin yan.
Nagsanla pa ng parang burner yung gamit sa pagkakit ng bundok. Nagsanla pa yun para magkaroon kami ng pangkota.
Quota.
500.
Grabe.
Sabay na, hanggang alas 4 kami ng madaling araw, siguro mga 30 plus na contestant. Kami yung last. Sabay kami yung first runner-up. Ang quota namin na binayad, 500. Ang premyo ng first runner-up, 300, chong.
Abonado ka 200, nag-antay ka pa.
Hanggang
Pero yung
umaga,
experience na yun, eh, no?
Oo. Pero parang nadagdagan ng bars na nun eh. Bilang rapper eh.
Ayun talaga, ganun talaga yung hassle yon. Hanggang sa nagsanay talaga kami ng rap contest, barangay hanggang
Dumadayo na.
oo, yung Omar Baliw pala. Kasi galing nga ako sa background na hindi na gangsta o sa hip hop, so wala talaga akong pangalan na Lil Sito, mga ganyan.
Lil Sito? Gusto ko yun.
Sito na maliit yun.
And then, ito
Omar-
para sa akin, konting idea ka kay Omar. Kasi si Omar, kalugar ka rin niya. At the same time, parang medyo sabay din kami sa... parang na pumasok sa scene. So, itong si kapatid ni Omar is para sa akin kasi na more on siya sa skate, and at the same time, yung mga kaibigan talaga namin sa Pembo, which is, ayun, taga doon din si LR, halo-halo yung mga tao, hindi talaga totally hip-hopper yung mga yun. So parang, diba, alam mo yun, may nag-reggae, may
halos lahat ng pwedeng
Oo,
tunog
tripping.
na kung hanggang sa pinakabigat na metal, hanggang sa pinakamagaan.
masaya lang, no?
Sobrang
Musically inclined
sobrang
barangay, no?
nahubog kami na sa music talaga na gano'n na kumbaga walang barrier o
Walang,
lahat ng trip lang ginagawa
walang hip-hop,
namin.
basta music lang. Oo.
Ayun.
Speaking
May mga like mga village or barangay na para mga puro hip hop yung nandito. Kasi ito puro rock. Sa inyo, parang melting pot. Kumbaga walang halo-halo o naman. Okay, so 2008, di ba?
Oo.
2008, so saan mo na ko yung Omar Baliw?
Ayun, yun. Yung, dahil nga sa rap contest na yon, Omar nga lang yung pangalan ko, walang ano. That time kasi parang, kasi galing nga akong sa,
Nung nag-champion ka, Omar pa lang.
okay. Galing talaga ako sa banda kasi ang gumalaw, kung paano ako gumalaw sa stage, nagwawala talaga ako. Kung baga,
Kasi bassist ka no?
kita mo yung, ang sabi sa akin, baliw to. Parang gano'n. Kasi parang siraulo tong mag-perform, baliw to. Tumakit ako sa mga, dati umakit ako sa mga speaker na malalaki.
Inaalog
Para si Mike din.
Rockstar, gano'n, rockstar.
Para si Mike din.
Pinapaikot yung mic, tumatalsik. Ganun kabaliw yun. So, niyakap na lang rin.
So, ilan taon ka nun, nung panahon na yun? Na magkakailaman tayo ni Dad. Mga ilan taon ka nun? Kasi ayaw, di ba, 14?
Mga 18 siguro, mga ganon. 17, mga ganon. Yon, 2008. Ayun, mga ganon. Hanggang, ang mga 2009, 2010, rap lang ng rap. Hanggang nag-reels ako ng first mixtape ko nung 11. Ano
Ay.
yun? High Minds Music yung tawag doon. High Minds Music. Shoutout kay Dog, kay Nate, kay...
Nathan J.
Yun.
Aldas.
Siya yung gumawa nung cover ko nung mixtape na yon. Hindi pa, iba pa yun. Oo. Ayun, doon nagsimula, kasi yung High Minds, doon talaga nagsimula talaga eh. High Minds, kasi yung High Minds Music talagang sinabayan lang talaga namin ng merch. Yon, kay Dog. Ayun, kasama
Yun,
ko.
si Dog pala, siya rin yung
Art
creative
director.
art director din ng CALLE. So yung logo namin, yun, siya rin yung gumawa ng
So
logo
good.
namin. So yun, yun, from around mga 2011, tama di ba? 2011, The Rapper. Yan. So, eto naman, yung evolution niya naman as events organizer, as an entrepreneur,
Battle MC.
battle MC. Kumbaga ayun, siyempre, rapper ka na eh. Nagle-level up tayo. 'Di ba? So, sige, nung level up mo as nag-battle rapper ka na, pakikwento naman muna.
Ayun,
Tapos tayo
yun.
naman, level up sa'yo later. Okay.
Yun. That time kasi hindi ako marunong mag-freestyle pero lagi akong nag-hits kay Kuya Mike na gusto kong mag-freestyle. Ilang beses na rin ako nakasalang sa sunugan pero masaya lang, di ba? Ayun, freestyle, ayun, sabay sunugan, sabay nag-audition ako sa flip top, flip top. Yon, nakapasok sa flip top, medyo naka-battle rin. Ayun, so masarap bumattle talaga. Iba kasi talaga yung pag-battle, iba yung pag-battle sa pag-perform talaga.
Mismo.
So, yung that time, yung sobrang talaga yung flip top, pag makapasok ka sa flip top, is sobrang big deal.
Big deal yun.
Sobrang-
Oo.
It still is.
Sabi mo, oy, flip topper to si
Hanggang
mga ganun yun.
Hanggang ngayon.
Sobrang
Oo.
Nag-aagawan na spot pa rin talaga
Mismo.
yung
Ayun, sobrang swerte lang rin na nakapasok sa liga. Pero that time talaga, hindi ka talaga focus yung pagbabattle o yung pagra-rap talaga kasi nahati yung oras sa hustle talaga.
Tsaka yung mentalidad mo galing pa sa barangay. Iba pa yung barangay energy na barangay rap con.
Oo.
Pinag-aralan ko rin yun kasi hindi ako doon galing.
Nakakapagod
Kumbaga,
yun.
So, alam ko, before that, yung mga ganun, ikaw kung sanay ka doon, alam mo yun, lakaran doon. Sa pagdating sa battle, doon nag-umpisa yung...
Ayun.
So yun, so battle rap, 'di ba?
Oo.
Okay. So kailan mo sinimulan naman yung High Minds?
Ayun, yung High Minds, sinabay kasi namin yung release nung shirt nung release date nung mixtape 11. Pero sobrang late, siguro 2020 ngayon, siguro nag-focus lang talaga ako niyan mga 4 years or 5 years ago. Kasi yung mga early days naman talaga, hindi naman talaga para seryosohan yung t-shirt. Kung baga, kasabay lang sa merch, kasabay lang sa music mo, pangbenta, pang ano lang. Ganun lang, sobrang, sa ngayon kasi, sobrang hindi pa rin talaga ako makapaniwala kung ano yung trip na ginagawa namin ngayon. Kasi, talagang, ang bentahan ng t-shirt lang talaga noon that time is para lang talaga, para lang makatawid lang, hindi gantong sobrang sarap.
Hindi pang kabuhayan.
Oo.
Ano lang
Well,
siya, pantawid lang.
Oo, sobrang pure art lang yon. Kung hindi pa ganun kamahal yung t-shirt that time, parang 400 pa lang yata yung t-shirt.
Mura pa lang din yung raw materials
Oo.
that time.
Para sa art lang talaga that time. Yon, pakonti-konti, 2012, 13, 14, mga ganon. Pakonti-konti, 30 pieces, 50 pieces, mga ganon. Maubos, mababankrupt, ipon ulit, ganon.
Produce ulit.
Hanggang matutunan mo talaga yung na nagising na lang rin talaga ako ng isang araw na paulit-ulit na lang yung buhay. Parang, paulit-ulit na lang. Parang may mali dito. So, kailangan kong gawin na paganahin to. Kailangan kong paganahin to na parang ito lang yung wala na talaga akong ibang pwedeng gawin. Oo, ito na talaga yung papaganahin ko. So, ayun. Tinutukan lang.
So yun, speaking of, di ba? So yun yung tanong ko. Probably siyempre yung mga nanonood sa atin is more of the clothing owners din eh. Di ba? Kasi nga kalikon tayo. So, ito yung tatanong, ano yung ginawa mo to get out of the rat race? Yung, kasi alam mo na, paulit-ulit, so rat race ka. So ano yung para sa'yo, breakthrough mo, breakthrough idea, breakthrough design?
Pwede mo i-share sa mga
na parang, kaya lumakas yung high minds dahil dito. Ito nagpakilala sa akin talaga. Parang gano'n.
Ayun. Yun nga, inisip ko kasi paulit-ulit na lang. Puga, trabaho, rap, benta t-shirt, gano'n. Tangin na, painom, palasing-lasing, ganyan. Paulit-ulit na lang.
Naalala ko din sila, Omar, parang nagbebenta sila ng shirts sa mini-stop noon. That time.
Yun yung meetups, no?
Meetups, pupunta kami meetups. Putya. Ang mangyayari noon, di nakabenta si Omar. Pero yung binenta niya, pag-iinom natin doon. Grabe, sabi ko, nako.
Kasi
That's the life, right? That's the life.
Monday to Friday.
Pinag-iinamit sila eh.
Monday to Friday nagtatrabaho ako, sabay mga Sabado, Linggo, meet up.
Ay, nag-work. Naging workmate pa tayo doon.
Oo, di ba? Pero, talagang nilakasan ko yung loob ko. Talagang sabi ko, tatalon ako dito ng todo, hindi ako pwedeng bumalik. Ayun, sinabi ko.
Naalala ko yun, Mar, yung parang pauwi na tayo nun eh. Galing tayo sa trabaho. Lalakad tayo. Lalakad lang kami yun ni Omar, pauwi. Kasi yung work namin before, parehas kami nag-center, pero ibang ano lang. Ibang account yan. So, yun, naglalakad kami ni Omar. Naalala ko yung Omar, sabi niya, Drop, baka mong magre-resign na ako kasi baka po-focus na lang daw siya sa damit niya. Oo. Native nga, nung umalis din ako nun eh. Pero, umalis lang din ako nun. Pero, ibang story na yun. So, ayun nga, si Omar that time, nasubaybayan ko siya na nag-work siya. Tapos, alam mo yung habang nag-work siya, natitinda siya ng damit, then tumutok lang talaga siya. Simula nung araw na sinabi niya, Drop, magre-resign na ako. Tapos, yun na yun. Then, nakita ko yung turning point. Nakita ko yung pag-grow din ni Jaimais na
mas maingay, paingay.
Parang natayo pa si Omar, makikita mo sa event, nagbebenta yun ng CD
mismo.
o shirt sa isang, kahit mag-isa sa harap ng kung saan ang may event. You know what I'm saying?
So yun nga, parang nakita ko yung kuya, yung pag-grow ni Jaimais na nagkaroon siya ng shop dun sa may JP Rizal, sa Gate 1, hanggang sa nagkaroon na ng second shop sa Malate, tapos hanggang sa nagkaroon na ng third shop. So parang itong tao to, alam mo yun nasubaybayan ko siya simula nung sumasali-sali pa lang kami sa mga barabarangay nun hanggang sa ayan na nagkakaroon ng shop si Omar, 1, 2, 3, then nagkaroon siya ng sobrang blessed itong tao na to na talagang ginapang niya yung
iabot mo naman sa warehouse
mismo.
Siya na magkikwento nun.
So yan guys, konting brief
ibang perspective.
Perspective ko bilang kaibigan at the same time. Ngayon, sobrang fan ako ng tao na to. Lalo na sa buhay. Alam mo yun, sobrang galing niya sa hustling, tsaka sa music din. Ang dami yung nilalabas. So, yun, Mar, kwento mo naman sa amin yung mga, tungkol bilang organizer mo naman kasi nabalitaan ko rin host pala ako ng event niya.
Yeah. Nabalitaan mo. Nabalitaan ko na nag-host ako.
So yun guys, ikukwento naman sa atin ni Omar yung bilang organizer niya. Tapos ikaw rin Kuya Mike kasi alam ko nag-organize din siya diba ng sunugan and konektado whatever. So yun, Mar, kwento mo naman sa amin yung bilang Omar as an organizer.
Yan. Nag-organize kami ng event para sa High Minds. Usually mga 2 o 3 kada taon. Meron kaming summer jam pag summer. May anniversary kami, tsaka may year-ender kami. Yon. Sobrang ibang experience kasi yung pag-organize ng... Kasi lahat talaga, wala naman akong alam eh. Inaaral ko lang talaga na dinadaanan ko lang talaga. So, nagsimula kami ng maliit na event hanggang pakonti ng pakonti, sumusolid yung mga tao. B-side, sobrang solid ng B-side.
Grabe yun.
Malaki ang bag ng B-side sa hip-hop.
Yun. Shoutout sa B-side.
B-side, miss ka na
It's a
namin.
music scene as a whole.
Kwento na lang yung B-side ngayon, pero sobrang daming alaala ng B-side yon. Pag mag-event kami sa B-side, men, sobrang wasak na,
Wasakan.
sobrang haba
Grabe,
ng
grabe yan.
pila. Ang ginagawa namin, may hip-hop kami na line-up, may reggae kami na line-up, kumbaga para
One love.
Pambalanse. Oo.
sa reggae kasi parang parang walang mali, lahat
Masaya.
pwede, lahat sa
Oo.
pwede, 'di ba? Hindi ka
Walang barrier.
hindi ka
Mismo.
hindi magtataasan ng kilay pag nagkasalubungan eh. Ayun.
One love.
Sobrang sarap ng ganun na ginagawa namin 'yon. Hassle lang talaga yung virus ngayon. Sobrang solid sana yung lineup namin ng Summer Jam, pero di bale next time na lang.
Bawi tayo lahat.
Pero
Diba,
feeling ko,
Kalikon pa?
itong segment na to tungkol sa event, siguro, the best, siguro kakausapin ni Douglas and Nick, kay Omar as an organizer, kasi itong dalawa din sa kasama ko, si Dog kasi nag-handle din siya ng mga corporate events. Ito naman si Nick, gumagawa rin ng mga malulupit events. So shoutout sa mga taga Hydro, yun. So yun, Kuya Nick and Dog, so ano yung mga pwede niyong itanong regarding sa organizing, basta organizing world parang sa kanya?
Wait, actually, for the both of them, ito na yun, yung unang struggles nyo as event, lalo ka na Mike, I wanna know your story. Oo. So, ilang minuto ba? Wanna go for a break muna?
No.
Diretso na tayo?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, sige. So,
Isang question.
struggles muna tayo sa you as an event organizer, paano nagsimula yun, ano mga struggles, tapos after that, kay Mike naman tayo.
Yan.
Kailan yung unang event? Ganun.
Tapos ano yung unang mga problems mo?
Medyo ano lang ako sa date, pero siguro mga 2008, 17,
Ayun.
18 o 17 siguro. Una naman talagang kailangan talaga yung budget. Problema talaga budget. Kailangan talaga para mapagana yung event, kailangan mo ng malinis na budget. Tsaka takot ako yung parang wala akong bala. Pag mag-event ako, sigurado talaga, kumbaga kahit mag-flop yung event,
May pondo. May pambabayad ka sa lahat.
Oo, ganon. Ganon kasi nasubukan namin na parang ang hirap. Siyempre, ako as artist, hassle rin ng artist yun. Hindi mo pwedeng harangan yung para sa artist. Ibibigay ko yung para sa artist na talaga dapat. Yun lang para sa akin. Pero mabilis ko rin naman natutunan kung paano patakbuhin yung event. So, all good.
Question, ano yung sa lahat ng events na nagawa mo, ano yung pinaka-memorable in terms of hirap or sarap? Or basta pinaka-memorable dahil puta ito event na to.
Minsan may isa kaming event sa B-side, parang year-ender event yon. Sobrang wild ng mga tao, parang zombie sila. Parang ang tingin nila sa t-shirt is parang piraso ng karne.
Grabe.
Parang first time or second time namin mag-event noon. Hindi kami prepare sa security, hindi kami prepare sa ano. Pero nung natapos, nakapaan na lang ako sa B-side talaga. Sobrang ang sakit ng paa ko talaga. Hindi ko na rin talaga hindi. Pero kasi once nakita ko yung picture, alam kong solid yun. May mga nakita kong picture na yun, kaya alam kong kung ganong ka-solid talaga.
Magaling din si Omar mag-blend ng... Magaling din siya
Sequence.
mag-blend ng
Artists.
ng program kasi sa kunyari, ito lalagay ko sa reggae scene, ito lalagay ko sa hip hop acts, parang gano'n. So, alam ni Omar kung sino yung mainit or yung pinapakinggan ngayon ng tao. So, Talaga meron din yung,
Importante
yung
yun.
gift as an organizer na.
Importante yun.
Ikaw, Nick, di ba parang sa kalikod kayong dalawa, parang sasabihin nyo, ito mga dapat natin ilagay. O sige, ganun. Parang may consultation na, alam niyo sa sarili niya na, pwede to. So si Omar, may ganun siya. May instinct na, dapat ito yung mga, dapat ko ilagay na artist.
I think what he's trying to say is, yung tayo pag kinoconsider, not only in Calicon, pati even in Hydro, na parang, kunyari, ito, kumbaga, parang, yung ingredients na isang magandang program flow.
Isang masarap na pagkain.
The balance eh. Hindi ka mauumay sa puro ganitong klase ng music or ganitong artist. So parang, parang mga 2 months from now, nangyari 2 months from now yung event, medyo alam mo na, puputok to. Puputok tong artist na to. Or paputok to by this time, after 2 months, putok na tong artist na to. So dapat kasama to matik. So I think yun yung sinasabi mo na meron siya. Mas book mo rin na maaga kasi habang maaga pa, mura pa yung TF. Kasi after 2 months, patok na yan, patay na tayo sa TF niyan.
Magaling din talaga si Omar mag-sequence ng acts sa events niya. Sobrang linis nung wasakan lang talaga yung energy, pataas talaga kung pataas.
Okay, so again, going back to the event, so we're gonna go back to Mike naman. Yung early days ng event organizer naman, ng Mike Swift. Yan.
Yeah.
Ano tayo sa rapper eh. Ngayon naman, a record label, from New York. Tapos naging rapper sa Philippines, sa Manila. Then now, nag-shift ka to being an event organizer. Diba?
Yeah.
Not naman shift, but you added up.
Siguro, growing up, kasi ako, parang, mga idols ko yung mga community leaders namin sa Brooklyn yung mga parang gangster sila, OG sila ng hood, pero sila yun ang mga nagpapa-event sa park, papaliga, nagpapa-party sa beach, sa house party. I grew up inspired by them. So I think growing up, naturally ako yung mag-organize ng bus trip for 50 people to go paintballing. So I don't know that I was gonna be titled as an organizer in future, pero I grew up ganyan ako.
Parang feeling ko pag organizer ka, ikaw yung isa sa mga leader talaga ng group na ito yung gagawin. Hindi, I mean, may gagawin tayo. Ganun yung madali mong mahikayat yung mga tao na ma-influence na
Ikaw mangungulekta ng ticket para sa 50 people sa bus, para sa yung mausisang ganun. Because to me, it's fun when it happens, when it's finished, pero it never happens because wala yung isang may enerhiya para ma-execute. So I don't like talking shit. So every time I'm around people talking about doing things, I hate it when it don't get done. So siguro isa sa yung character ko yon sa
Baga, ako na lang gagawa para lang mangyari.
So that has nothing to do with selling tickets. That has nothing to do with none of that. So when I came here, I think gusto kong mag-organize ng events because nararamdaman ko yung lamig ng mga nag-i-event ng hip-hop dito na kung ang habol ko yung maging rapper, magpakilala, kailangan ko ng stage. So
Platform.
I had no platform. So no platform. How the fuck? No, but why don't now you don't want me to perform there? Now this person don't want me to perform there. Not that I wasn't doing anything, that was hip hop community. So I had to carve my own. I found my own ways, and then ang pinakauna kong event dito sa Pilipinas na officially kami ang is in Denmark's bar, Classic in QC. I put out Conectado DVD 1 with Mike Cosa on the cover.
Yes.
And I launched it there.
Meron pa akong cover nun, di ko nadala.
I launched it there. So it's the first DVD magazine of its kind in the Philippines that I would just make on my own and sell hand to hand. So
yung the CD, saan mo daw?
sa meron kaming burner na 10.
Galing. Grabe. Kasi iniisip ko
Gumawa na
that
siya
time,
ng production,
paano mo gagawin yung mga ganong bagay? Like, di ba, parts, parang, saan ako magpiprint ng...
Pupunta ka sa Greenbelt, bibili ka ng maraming case.
Maramihan na
Bibili
burn.
ka
Kasi kapag
maraming
binan mo yan sa
CDs.
PC, matagal. Ayun lang, sobrang...
Tsaka ano siya po, halimbawa, nagastos mo sa bawat packaging, bawat kasama ang CD is 35 to 40 pesos. Bebenta ko siya ng 200 sa Glorieta, 150, 100. Na-triple mo na yung na-promote mo pang sarili. Kung gusto mong ipamigay, pwede mo pang ipamigay para makilala ka. Kaya ako, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, nakita ko si Omar, nagbebenta nag-iisa. Kaya siya nakaupo dito. na nasa, he's getting interviewed about how
Yeah.
successful he is today, because the foundation that he started, he believed in when he was just standing there. And I feel the same for what I do. Kumbaga sa akin, tang ina, mas malaki pa ang kita ko sa manager ng mga food chains dyan. Tayo lang ako dito ng 5 oras. Kahit pa may rejection akong 20, pero may 3 o 4 na bumili, yung tubo ka doon, bilangin mo. Kung 200 ko nabenta ang isa, tapos 35 pesos lang ng bawat CD, magkano yun? So
165.
you know what I mean? In the Philippines, you go a long way. At 2004, 2005, 2000, you know what I'm saying? So, once you learn that, putang ina, hindi ako magugutom. Bakit? Kasi kaya kong ibenta yung ginawa kong likha na ganito. So, moving forward to organizing, ginawa ko yan kasi wala akong platform to perform. And at the same time, it was a way for me to make a living. Why? Because I get to make content with my video, so I could turn it into DVD. That's not even YouTube yet. Right?
Yan.
So,
Go. Actually, I wanna, nung kanina, nung pinag-usapan na ito, nung nasa ng guest, fun fact or trivia, bago pa magka-vloggers, bago pa magka-YouTube,
Mike is doing it.
Mike Swift was doing it way back 10, 12 fucking years ago. Camera gangsta, yo.
Conectado DVD 1,
Yeah,
Conectado DVD 2, Mike Swift on the Lilo, Freestyles on the Lilo was the very first that I hustled. Conectado 1, 2, 3, Unang Hakbang, the DVD, Still Doing the Right Thing. We never sold the GU in Asia business plan, but I caught one break that my fellow hip-hop people don't even know about. I made a DVD called Get Jay-Z for Me Before Christmas. Now, yung DVD ito, puno ng heartbreak. Galing sa Pilipinas yan, na nakapagbuo ako ng isang parang documentary na with a little touch of a comedy with Jayhan. And that's what me and Jayhan hustled throughout America, hand-to-hand, Super Bowl, NBA, Las Vegas, All-Star Weekend, Hollywood, this. And then we caught a break, and a year and a half later, we sold 4,000 to a distribution company. Kaya sinama ko si Jayhan sa Pilipinas kasi yung kita naming $16,000 sa rineject ng Pilipinas, na at that time, who the fuck's gonna earn $16,000 off a Pinoy rap project? And I made it in America, and I came back to the Philippines with my motherfucking grudge, saying, for yung mga tinurn down nyo ako during those years of 2005, 2006, 2007, which patay ang rap sa Pilipinas. Acoustic World yun, MYMP.
Paulo Santos, yes.
Paulo Santos, Jimmy Bondocs, that's, so anong ginagawa ng mga
So you went
rappers
back
nun?
to
Yes,
to
because
the
I was
States?
only allowed 6 months sa country.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up muna. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna go back to you. So, 2004, 2005, you were here. You went back to the States ng
I went back, yes.
2006. Then you
I came
bumalik
back
ulit-
to the Pinoy Hip Hop Awards. I made sure I made the very first Hip Hop
Which is
Awards.
what year? 2009?
2004.
Babalikan natin lahat yan mamaya.
Okay, sige. So, we're gonna take a break. Ladies.
So yun guys, welcome back dito sa CALLE TV. Kasama natin ulit Omar Baliw ng High Minds, Omar B, syempre. Sama rin natin si Mike Swift ng Sunugan at ng marami pang iba. Dalawang feeling ko hip-hop future Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famer na. Ito, future Hall of Famer to.
Sa lahat.
First ballot
Sa lahat,
Hall of
sa
Fame.
lahat, sa
First
lahat.
ballot Hall of
Grabe
Fame.
inspirasyon na itong mga to sa atin.
So, wait. So, going back, iwan natin kanina, nung the Mike Swift or event organizer naman yung tatanungin natin. Paano nagsimula? Kailan nagsimula? Kasi ang dami nito eh. Ang dami nitong portfolio, pare. Kumbaga sa ratio,
Yung mga
puno
keys,
to.
tingnan natin mga keys.
Can I freely say na ako ang pinakamaraming naibigay na libreng hip hop event sa Pilipinas?
I think so.
That's
That's
I really
relatively
gave a
true.
lot. Like every time they need an organizer for charity, they always holler at me for many years. Nakakapagod din siya, pero I guess, it all
You
works
love to
out.
do it.
You know, I can't even say I love to do it. I just feel like nobody was able to do it. Parang I didn't like doing it. I hate it. It's one of the most hated thing I do, but I can't get away from it.
Yeah. It's
I
like
cannot
washing
get
the
away from
dishes for me.
Parang,
Ang
walang
dami na,
gagawa
Nick. Pusoy Dos Celebrity Pusoy Dos Tournament.
Yeah.
We pulled that off like pwede pang ituloy ng ituloy yon actually. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. Sunugan Calle goes on every month, everywhere till now. I mean, besides the pandemic going on, that is fully active and those are free all over. I've done for many years a lot of events that way. Why? Because I want to see what is happening right now.
Yes.
A growing community, like a community that pag siya'y malusog, kung ikaw ay isa sa mga nagtanim,
Yes.
nagdilig, maaring makakain ka ng maayos dyan. So
may harvest ka kasi ikaw yung sa mga una nagpunla.
That's why I always show the utmost respect to Omar. Because nakita ko yung kanyang come up. Tsaka hindi lang yun. Habang sa come up niya, mapagbigay na agad. Hindi pa siya mayaman, mapagbigay na. Kumbaga, ganun yun siya kayaman. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, he was already showing, like he foresaw. Hindi mo naman gagawin yung mga bagay na ganun ipaglalaban kung hindi mo alam na ikay makakausod. So these are one of the things that I was saying. It's like, yung sacrifice. People always say, why do you do your events like that? People get mad at me for the way I was doing my events. And I you know, kung sa una, ginagawa ko siya para magka-platform, you know. That was the beginning. Okay, now we got the platform. Now we're doing this. May nakikinig na. Dumadami na, lumalaki na. Okay, how do you maintain? So I think my experience led me hanggang sa Araneta. Kung baga lumaki na lumaki. Kasi ilang picnic games na meron ako, Sham.
Yes.
Ayoko na sabihin na ang guest ko sina LeBron James, sina Paul George, at sina, you know, these are like top names in the world. I did it. That's 9 alone in the tournament. Besides my birthday, besides ang daming naganap doon ng malaking event. So, ang daming libre lagi pag sa tournament kasi it's not even gated. Yeah. Alright? So, off the tournament, pero before noon, siguro, you know, what drives me crazy is hanggang ngayon, ang tanong, yung simpleng tanong, bakit hindi mapuno ng Pinoy hip-hop community ang Araneta Coliseum? You guys gotta answer that for me, because to me it things me, and people think it's about me. No, man, it ain't about me to fucking fill up Araneta. And why is it about me? It ain't about me. It's just about us proving that our community is that big and that strong.
Na may nanonood na sa genre to.
Okay, so organizing, now that I see y'all three, my eyes light up. Why? Because all that hard work just to make a point, I don't feel alone anymore. When at that time, when I say I was alone with investing my first 350,000 pesos just for Araneta. That's how I started it. Me and Jayhan. Shouts to Jayhan Puting Kalabaw. That's our money. That's from our savings, from our Conectado Lays, our DVDs, our early YouTube money, and it all went there because we believe we can fill it up. So, you know, and from experiencing that organizing part is when naging mama ako hindi ako sanay na walang pera, hindi ako sanay na walang galaw, hindi ako sanay, paano ako mag-a-adjust ngayon? Hindi na uso yung bilihan ng CD, DVD.
Nag-evolve na.
Nag-evolve na. I know how to make shirts, I know how to do this shit, I've done it before, I saw the, but pag wala kang puhunan, paano ka sumikat na yung lahat, organizer ka, ang lalaki ng presyo, paano ka artist din ako. So this is where I feel I don't regret putting so much into organizing. The fun part of my music that I should have been living then, I'm living it now. So to me, I don't, kumbaga, tangina, matagal na kami sa eksena, pero I can relate with how he started from music. So he's in this when he does events, not to ask, pagkanong TF mong bibigay sa akin, ganyan. We don't ask that. We say, what kind of stage? That looks like I want to fucking play my music. I made 3 songs yesterday.
I think ito yun nai-enjoy nyo na yung paggawa ng music ngayon. Dahil sa hustle nyo. I think what he's trying to say is, yung mahirap kasi before, pag struggling artist ka, wala kang gasolina, wala kang pang
Hirap
araw-araw.
gumalaw.
Hirap gumalaw. So yung paggawa mo ng music, hirap din. Ang hirap din. Medyo limited ka din. Pero ngayon, kunyari, kayong dalawa, I think, nakakaluwag-luwag na kayo. So you guys making music is easier now. Actually, sunod-sunod ang
Music.
content. Grabe. Speaking of that. So, I think yun yung parang humustle muna kayo.
Oo.
Make that money first. Make that
And then follow the passion.
follow the passion. Kasi iba,
I found the money late. I found money in hip hop in spurts. I've tasted millions in the Pinoy rap industry where I've received checks. Even Araneta, it was a $1 million plus check at the end. I mean, even though palabas na yan, natanggap ko ito pero wala na yan, kulang pa. You know what I'm saying? Pero so yun yung feeling na kaya mong makascore ng ganun palagi. It never leaves I've always had that suntok sa one character. That's why sometimes you see me dead broke and then you see me with something and then I'm just up and down with it. But believing yun ngayon, I don't want to say what I got from my 2 deals, but if I was to say it, I should be rapping what other people is rapping too. This time, but I ain't
get
saying
that.
nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I keep it on the low, but you know what I mean. So there's fucking yung vision noon na meron palang pwedeng ganito na yung ginawa nila sa America naging after the Diddy era, the Gosu era, the all that money that was coming in, it's possible to happen in hip hop, and I think it's happening now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get what he's saying. Yung confidence yung okay lang ako ma-broke. Nakaramdam na ako ng million eh. Nakaramdam na ako ng hirap. Nakakuha na ako ng
Kaya ko
million.
ibalik ulit.
Kaya ko ibalik. Iba yung na-attain mo to. Yung confidence level nun, ang laking mo parang
Ang tinutukoy ni Nick, kapag hindi binigay sa'yo yung pera, kaya mong
kumbaga,
pinaghirapan mo
mawala man yun,
confident ka.
mawala man yung 1 million na yan, kinita ko yan dati.
Palag.
Kaya ko yan.
Kaya ko yun.
Kaya kong bawiin yan.
Ayan ang pagkakamali. No, but I had that, but for a while when you're in I felt like in a financial slump. I wasn't in a creative slump because yung lungkot ko dinala ko sa pagpipicture ng courts eh. So, segue ko na doon, di ba? So, yung lungkot ng Araneta Coliseum dahil ang laki ng utang ko tapos ang mahal na ng artist as an organizer. Tapos, tapos people are looking for the younger people to get signed, right? You know what I'm saying? At that time, Abra, Stick Figures, all the people were doing well where I felt like, pucha, lahat ng investment ko noon, saan na napapunta? Kung nag-iisa rin lang ako ngayon. Wala naman tumutulong, wala naman kumukuha sa akin para ganyan. So I think when I got sad, took pictures of basketball courts, I got discovered.
So there's Araneta Dreams, and then from Araneta Dreams, pumunta tayo kay Mr. Pinoy Hoops. Another hat of Mr. Mike Swift. So, paano nagsimula ngayon ang Pinoy Hoops?
Pinoy Hoops, well, kung kilala niyo ako, pagdating ko pa lang dito mula Amerika, wala na akong ginawa kundi mag-basketball din. Kaya ako naging kaibigan sina Francis sina H-Town, sina Tony, all the PBA imports. That was my world, you know what I'm saying?
Team Sunday, di ba?
Yeah, Team Sunday, and so
Tuesday
that was I never stopped. I missed my childhood playing here. So hindi ko siya na-experience. So I took it to kumbaga, dinocument ko yung mga paglalaro ko rin, ganan, hanggang sa yung Instagram. May Instagram pala, may ganito palang pwede mong ilagay lahat ng
Platform pala.
Free for all.
Yes, so when I fucking started putting the basketball pictures there, it wasn't popular yet online. So once I did that, ramdam ko na agad sa unang buwan ko pa lang ang mga followers ko, NBA players. I was like, oh shit. And it's growing faster and faster. And then, this break that I got, Instagram has its own Instagram. I don't know how many followers they got, but they feature people sometimes. When they have a special page, so isa sa page ko ay yung Pinoy Hoops na page ko. Na feature doon. Yun pa yung pinakauna eh. Parang, oh shit. what the fuck? That's like winning a lotto. That's like winning the lotto.
Yung
Only real
breakthrough,
photographers, they get featured in that shit, and I'm in there. That dun pa lang, puta panalo na eh. So it led to a lot of other. It led to opening eyes, like Nike International.
Yeah. Kwento mo yan. Ano yung mga na-open na doors because of that break that you got? Para ma-inspire yung mga tao na
sige.
parang ano.
Una muna pag silip ko sa sa DM sa Instagram.
IG.
Hindi, sa Facebook pala muna ito. Parang 1 week na luma na yung sa Pinoy Hoops Facebook, which I rarely check the inbox there. So when I check, there's somebody that's desperately wanting to meet me. So I don't know, this could be a bogus thing. And then I saw it also again in my DM in Pinoy Hoops. Pinatulan ko, saan bang meeting na to? Sabi, it's a secret project. It's a pretty big project. Can you come to the fort? Can you come to what's that shit on 4th Ave? Anyway.
Coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ano nga pangalan nun? Masarap kumain. Anyway.
Basta doon.
Okay, so I'll get the name later. So they said, hey, come through. Can you go? Can you make in this meeting? We need it urgent, like tomorrow. It's like, wala naman schedule ng mga gaya natin eh. Tomorrow, check my, wala naman schedule.
Let me check anong oras ako magigising.
Basta after lunch.
But I'm open because I already could smell opportunity right away. If when they need you that fast for something that big, meeting you in a place like that, I was like, oh shit, I smell opportunity over here. So I go look at, I speak to these people, and I find out it's a big Nike commercial, and the Nike commercial requires a person like me who knows where all the courts are. So then I became location manager for the FIBA Nike commercial, and I became the point person to say what's authentic and what's not. So kaya kong barahin kahit sinong, dahil yun yung job ko. Your job is to correct when they're doing something and you don't feel right, sabihin mo.
Naging creative consultant ka.
Ha?
Kailangan legitimate yung
Yes,
project.
exactly. So yun yung relationship ako with Nike starting from there. And it continued because when one of the locations were the tenement, and when they left, and then they think I continued the work in the tenement, and they made me an influencer. So from there, so much had grown out of it, including the title Love Court Energy, parang yung anong man tawag doon, hypercourt, that all came the root of that is all like my work going around and doing all of that. So anyhow, where we leading to? Pinoy Hoops. So yun yung
unang, yung mga doors na na-open because of Pinoy Hoops. Yun yung unang tapos si Paul George, patlak hanggang dumami yung nakakaalam sa tenement. Hanggang sa nasa PlayStation na siya, may sarili na siyang sneakers. So speaking of tenement, after Pinoy Hoops, gumawa ka naman ng bagong event na naman, which is Picnic Games.
That's right.
Tapos you made tenement a world-renowned court na parang, we were talking about this, na parang, ito yung vision mo sa tenement. Gusto mo maging rocker park siya ng Pilipinas. Parang, I remember that when you said that to me. So kwento mo naman yan.
I don't like those kind of terms na maging ito Jay-Z ng Pilipinas, ito ganito na ito rocker Pilipinas, ito ganito na. No, I think I just wanted to parang nakita ko lang kung ganun ka-special siya sa Pilipinas. Parang wala namang ganito sa Pilipinas na para tong para
may character kasi, no?
May character. So naramdaman ko na agad yung energy niya. Tsaka remember that time nalungkot ako dahil sa Araneta
Dreams, yeah.
So ang ramdam ko yung tenement, parang nakarelate ako sa kanila dahil nobody cares about them. They trying to come up. They're disregarded.
They were parang disregarded sila, parang bala kayo dyan.
And what's important to organizers? Venue, right?
Yes.
So when I made this friendship with them and they said, Mike, you could fucking do whatever you want at our place. When a person has zero money, negative pa na marami, and still have the organizer at heart in them, you'll find a way. And I think that's why when I was at the tenement, I saw a venue, a special venue, and then I saw people that were down to help me and not talking money, not talking thing. They were talking about their lives, their freedom, the freedom of their tenement, or whatever it is they got to fix there. Sabay kaming yung energy namin.
I want to cut you off, sorry, but as an event organizer, alam mo yan, if you're really an event, or if you wanna be an event organizer, isa sa mga priority mo ma-secure kagad. Venue. Yun dapat.
Venue.
Location. It will play a huge part on your success. Kung ano mangyayari sa event mo,
Factors to consider.
ang laki-laking factor nun. Kung hindi siya number 1, number 2 yan, dapat. Kumbaga, kung budget ang una mo,
Number
actually
two
hindi rin
venue.
eh.
One siya talaga.
One talaga eh. Kasi hindi mo malalaman kung magkano yung budget mo kung wala kang location eh, di ba?
Mismo.
Di ba? So, pati sa location, doon mo maano yung mga, ano yung pwedeng may dagdag, ano yung kulang, ano yung pwedeng bawasan.
Sobra.
So, yun. So, yun, as an event organizer, that's coming from us. Kung gusto mo mag-events, location.
Check out mo, madali ba yung puntahan ng Grab? Malapit ba yan sa MRT, LRT? Meron ba dyan bus na dumadaan? May jeep ba dyan? Tricycle ba papasok dyan? Lahat yon things to consider para gumawa ng
And
successful
depende sa event mo. Diba?
Yeah.
Depende rin sa klase ng event mo na iniisip mo kung bagay ba to, kung makakatulong ba to. Kasi, yun nga, yung tenement, the basketball, ang sarap maglaro eh. Kahit ako, nakapaglaro ako doon. Alam mo yung first, maglalaro ka, mga 5 floors
World
ng tao.
renowned eh.
5 floors ng tao nanonood sa'yo. Ibang feeling yan, ibang feeling yan.
Masarap doon. Kaya,
So, picnic games, tenement, Mr. Pinoy Hoops, and then also Arnett Dreams. Sige ba, Arnett Dreams, na-depress tayo kasi shit. Di ba? But you, umangat ka. Parang hindi, tanga na. Game pa
umangat
rin.
ako every year. I've celebrated every year. 2013, April 9. 2014, April 9. 15, April 9. I always have an event. And people always ask, kailan matuloy yung Araneta Dreams? Hindi nyo ba alam taon-taon? Meron ako niyan. It's just to remind everybody that we still got a job to do. So, ginawa ko yung sunod in Dubai. Nobody was getting flown out as a group. Only a few people could go individually. Like Glock could probably go out of the country to do a show. Yung malalaking names na ilan lang naman. Wala pa nga yata eh. So, Abra, Batas, Ron Henley, who else was there? Dello, Looney, Smuggler, I said that already. A whole group na connect ko para makapag-event kami sa Dubai. So yun yung celebration ng next. So may progress.
Hip Hop 22 era to, no?
Yes, pero may progress, 'di ba? Parang ayun last year nabawi pa ako, malungkot pa ako ngayon. Peke akong masaya ngayon, pero dahil may Dubai, buhay pa yung enerhiya ng Araneta, tapos yung pera doon bayad sa utang. Lahat ng pera pasok bayad sa utang. You know what I'm saying? So many years of that. I just cleared Batas last year. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it out there. Yeah. So he was so nice that he let me lay away what I gotta pay him. So I just paid Jerome Be Smooth from Big Pictures for them helping me just last year. Finished. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it's crazy. How many years is that? Yeah. Pero every year I tried. Like pagkatapos nun sa Dubai, yung sunod na taon nun, I see Tenement. I dressed the Tenement like Araneta. I made Dino parang ikaw yung host ng Araneta Coliseum. I made fake tickets. Yeah. People dissed me for promoting that Eminem and Snoop was coming to. I said Eminem and Snoop is coming to April 9 in Araneta. It's a play. But it's a play. So people were dissing me. They were like this. They were like, how dare I'm like, what would a person, parang ganyan bang believe nyo sa akin? Kaya kong dalhin si Eminem si Snoop dito na wala nga akong 5-5 pera. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I like that. So I kept everybody on their toes. What's a guy to do that has nothing? But the Tenement, I got a fucking concert. It's a different fucking kind of musical of one of its kind. And we did it. You know what I'm saying? So, dagdag yun sa energy paano nakapunta si LeBron doon. That's why I always say it's not just me that got things popping in the Tenement. It's the whole hip-hop community because they always, when I ask them to come, they come through and they perform. You did your thing. Recta, they did. Everybody came through there.
So, speaking of Tenement, so, yun nga, nandiyan tayo sa Tenement na, no? Sumikat ang Tenement, one of the factors, kasi alam kong ayaw mo ang kininto eh. Hindi mo ang kininto eh, pero alam kong you're one of the main reasons, ako for me, you're one of the main reasons bakit Tenement became world renowned na court. Nga, nasa PlayStation na siya and everything. So, tell us the story. Paano mo ginawa yung painting the whole courts?
Yeah.
Then tenement, paano mo siya nakakuha ng sponsors and everything with Maya.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Una-muna.
Shout out to Maya.
Shouts to Maya. You know, una-muna kasi when you look at the tenement and then you see that I have the freedom to paint whatever I want there. That's the one thing that made me look for paint, especially. Even though I was already doing that for a long time, yung lilinyahan, maglilinis ng mga courts, I was doing that. But to get paint, to paint it that way, I've always envisioned basketball art. And that's why tayo ang naging mother of all, parang yung umuso yung mural sa ano. Tayo yung ano nun parang yung energy ng Pinoy Hoops led to this new cult of basketball art, basketball court collection, art. Basta, this world is crazy. If you look into it, you have the VBL people, you have Pigalle, you have, big time heads that deal with big time people, big time figures. And it's so dope that I'm part of that community. Not only part of it, they respect me as one of the gods in there. Like, yo, what you do, you know why? Because Philippines is full of basketball courts. So, ang dami nating, kumbaga, canvas. Kahit araw-araw ako mag-paint, and that's what I'm doing.
Maubusan.
So, yun yung ginawa ko. So, I started painting, and started getting attention, tapos nauso yung drone. So,
Pull out na shot.
oo, so I always found my ways to have money para makabili ng pintura. Nung wala pa yung nipon. Pag nakikita mo yung mga efforts ko sa pag-paint ng mga rampa ng tenement, isa-isa yun. Halimbawa, alright, Pete from LA is here. You want to help out? You can't help the whole tenement, but you can help this ramp. Paint this ramp. I started it like that. Hanggang sa one day, Nippon calls me, and Nippon says, well, this is after Chooks. Chooks also discovered me in a beautiful way, like from the grind. Meaning, hindi rin niya, wala naman naglakad sa akin.
Sige, kwento mo sa amin.
Okay, so Chooks to go naman, dahil...
Wait lang
Si Coach-
Paano lang tayo? May Nike na tayo because of Pinoy Hoops.
Yeah, may Nike na ako.
Nike
Nike
na.
influencer, legit.
So next, where's the next endorsement? What is Chooks to Go?
Chooks to go discovered me because I had become a host for 3x3 games. I've done it for NBA, and then I'm a friend with Coach Mark Solano of SBP, who used to be a rapper back then also.
Oh.
So Coach Mark said, Mike, you're perfect for this fucking job. And I did the job so good for them that when Chooks to Go was their sponsors also, that yung may isa sa Chooks to Go kasi na nakikita mo, laging may camera, laging behind the scenes, he's just working. He just looks like what I do. Or camera gangster, he just video, make sure you get the best shots. He's doing a lot of effort for Chooks to Go. So they're the sponsors. Doon ko nakilala this special person, Sir Mel. This guy saved my life. So Sir Mel Mac Sports. So he was doing his work like that. Ako matulungin ako pag organizer ka. Tapos gusto mo maganda yung event kasi bahagi ka ng event. Kung sino ka man sa event,
Parang magiging organizer ka pa rin.
yes, because pag meron dyang basura, lilimutin mo
pupulutin mo
yan.
yan.
Kahit ako MC, hindi ko job yan, lilimutin mo yan.
Yes, sir.
Pag may nakita kang may struggling yung DJ o struggling yung isa, tapos kaya mo, libre ka,
Mismo.
tutulong ka. So that, this is me in a work area, right? So I think,
That's your playground.
yeah, or any playground that if you put, you should give it, top attention if you're working for it. Anyway, yung person na to, na notice niya na ikaw yung then he started following my Instagram stuff. And then he asked me if sino yung team ko. Sino yung team mo? I'm like, Sir Mamak, what team? Ako lang po. So
broad team niya o sino?
And when you watch my video, it looks like I have a big pro team. You know what I'm saying? Who? No, that's just me and my fucking cell phone, really. But and then tinesting niya ako isang gabi. Sabi niya, this is after mga months later. He said, you know what? I could use you in the future, or something like that. I just kept it cool. Hindi ko alam na bossing. Hindi ko alam na basta ako matulungin ako sa mga sa paligid ko. So I think I'm not saying that this came out of his mouth, that he noticed that about what I did. Tapos nung inimbita niya ako, may bagyo, sa Eastwood siya. Tapos sabi niya may opportunity ako na once in a lifetime. Ay, kumbaga, may naisip siya na baka mawala na bukas, ganyan-ganyan. Kahit na bagyo sa labas, ayaw ko talaga pumunta. Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. You know, the laziness sinking in. Bagyo eh. Wala nalabas. Talagang malakas yung bagyo nung gabing yun. What I did was, I said, you know what? It sound parang first time they're gonna have a 3x3 on the way to the Olympics. Doon pa lang, napakinig ko yung Olympics. Kasi ano ko yun eh, parang dream ko rin eh. Parang yung sa FIBA na nakabot. Doon ako, oh fuck.
Game na.
Because that's on my bucket list. Like, shit, I want to go to the Olympics and watch this shit. Fuck. And I think that impressed him that I went there. Not only I went there, anong pinag-usapan namin? At that time, ang pinag-usapan, meron kaming balak na mag 3x3. Umpisahan namin, ganito ang idea. Kailangan namin ng pwede ka ba makagawa ka ba ng kanta? May press ko na kami sa ganun kabilis. Ganun silang kabilis eh. You know what I'm saying? That's how I work too. You see, I work fast. I upload tomorrow. I got upload. I'll be bombarding CalleCon Facebook every day. I got something new there. Every 2 days, it's probably new. And I feel bad already sharing new. But what am I gonna do? It's new.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to share. It's new. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bombarding you with yesterday shit, last month shit. But anyway, nakita niya na si Mike, kumbaga, like, hindi niya sinabi na gawin yung kanta eh. Pinaringgan niya ako. So pagdating nung press con, may kanta na ako na ibigay. Pinapatugtog na nila sa press con. And that was the beginning. And that's why I'm rocking this shirt. Because why? Because it's fucking professional sports now in the Philippines. Congratulations to them. It's a professional official by the gaming board, a professional, which means if I do, I actually have a career. I got a nice career with them.
I will cut you first. So, Nike, chokes to go. Kuha tayo sa Neon Plate. Pero babalik muna tayo with our break muna. Alright? Break muna tayo. And we're back. Sorry to cut you, Mike. Sige, so Nike na tayo, may Nike na tayo, may Chokes to go na tayo. Ano pa yung mga brands mo na ngayon na endorsements? Endorser ka na.
Nippon is something that I could probably say that
So, with Nippon, sila yung lumapit sa'yo. Paano sila lumapit? And what? Anong mural na to? Nung nakuha mo na yung attention nila? Di ba?
Madami na. Actually, yan eh. Kumbaga, what happened was, Maya, who painted the beginning stuff, not everything, because the people from the tenement painted the first 4 picnic games. Leonard, everybody from the tenement. And then, when I did the big LeBron mural, Maya, just got to do this. Maya would do the walls at the tenement. I got an opportunity. I'm going to present this. And we did that project together. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts to Maya. Shouts to John, Chris, Leonard. And then we built up all the way down to... I was doing corporate gigs painting with them. I was doing... I did Ginebra, 16 courts. I could put it out now. I said, those are like, those... Just for Pinoy hip hop or the rap world to be inspired, not for me to throw numbers out of shit, but that's one of those over 1 million type deals that an
It's
independent.
not flexing, it's inspiring lang naman. Kasi totoo naman eh,
Yeah,
diba?
because I'm an independent guy. I mean, that's facts. I'm not out here lying. I mean, I closed that myself. Like, I went there and met with the guys and I closed it. And that's one of the hardest things to do. As not just... I don't even think artists close their own deals around here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many.
One of the sweetest words na maririnig mo, Sir, approved na po.
Exactly. So Nippon came when Maya and them caught a deal with Davis painting school. those were months. I was running around trying to find paint for the tournament, like always. I was doing that forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before even the tournament. Anyway, so what happened was when they were in there, me and Rashid started painting everywhere. Half courts. May dala lang kaming pinturang maliit, cans. We would go everywhere. We'd paint hot stuff. And then that's when that opportunity came that fortunately, timing is important, right? So ang Nippon finally decided to want to compete in the market of like Masa paint. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to mention all the Masa paint brands, but they wanted to be visible, hindi lang para sa kotse, hindi lang being Asia's #1 paint. You know, they want to make a presence, and one of their projects are painting basketball courts. And like you said, when you research and who's been doing
Who's
courts,
the best
my
of
name,
that-
my
of
name
that,
is gonna always pop up in that category. And then that's how they said, Mike, we got a beautiful opportunity for you. Would you like to paint basketball courts? I said, yeah, man. You want me to paint 1,000 for a year? that came from a
shit.
joke. So
Yeah.
my campaign with them, which is Every Court Can Dream, is 1,000 courts.
Oh.
So from a joke on that meeting, it turned real. You know what I'm saying? So it's such a beautiful partnership because they give me freedom to help people through paint, and that and to me, what I could help people with paint, like unlimited paint. Like I could paint the whole tournament, and I did. You know what I'm saying? I could paint the school, I could paint the skate park, I could paint anything I can help. You're allowed to do, but you got to paint 1,000 courts. I'm up to 80, so I feel great that I have a long-term partnership with them also. So that's easily 5 years together with them, and with Chicks to
And then
Go,
you're
God bless
set,
them.
di ba? Ayun lang, I wanna point this out. Who'd have thunk? Pagpipintura ng court, di ba? So yung this for coming from me, gawa ka lang ng gawa. Kasi di ba, sino mag-iisip na makakagawa ng pera si Mike Swift sa pagpipinta ng court, di ba?
Pero no, besides that, I don't want to point out to that. Like, isipin mo, ang hinanap kong hustle sa rap na pera, ganyan-ganyan, dumating sa daan ng basketball na hindi ko siya pinlano. Bakit? Kasi puro yung aking intention. Kumbaga sa arts, sa sports. Bakit mo gusto magpintura ng courts? Kasi gusto ko makakita ng isang
Magandang-
player na natuto sa isang court ko na pinturahan na naabot yung NBA. Mga ganong,
Tama.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Ganong
shit like
kalayo,
that.
no?
So,
No.
I've always had that behind, and I think people that I come across, they know that. You know how much we love basketball.
Yes,
I mean,
of course.
they can't get me off the court. I'm all injured and stuff.
But hindi,
I mean,
as a player man lang, alam mo ang sipag eh. Hustle. As a player mismo, as in, he loves to play defense, man. Talagang full court trap kung if you have played with him, full court trap kahit siya lang. Pero,
yeah, no, I do.
Para ako napapaso sa bola, pinapasa ko agad.
well, anyway, going back, yun eh, ang gusto ko na i-point out kanina is, who'd have thunk na may titingin sa gawa ni Mike? Di ba? Di ba? Pwede gawa ka na ng gawa.
Minsan kahit walang
may matang
pumapansin,
titingin dyan.
kahit walang pumapansin, akala mo lang yun.
Oo.
Pero may nanonood.
May
nakikita.
nanonood.
Before we put the attention to everything Omar's doing, I want to just say also, I want to invite you. This is my outro na rin para kasi na-tell ko na yung hanggang sa Pinoy.
Okay.
Yung dream court na meron ako ngayon.
Which
Dahil
is?
sa pagtulong, where I did the hip hop and festival.
Yeah.
That's part of the story too. We could go long there. We could go long at the house party where you made a speech and I made Scusta Clee rap there too that day. But ang kalaban natin doon, Kanye West at saka Wiz Khalifa, di ba? So
Paradise,
pwede pag-usapan, mahabang usapan yan. Pero long story short, again, like Aredetas to fill up Pinoy hoops and this and that. Pero ngayon yung dream court talaga, parang yun na talaga yung
next goal mo
Santo.
naman.
right now. This is where I'm at. You
It's in
guys gotta
Batangas.
visit.
Yeah,
It's in
okay.
Batangas.
We'll do another podcast in there.
Yes, definitely. That's what I'm building that place up for. So just to segue before I go, say peace with my story is just sa dream court na yun ay kumbaga dahil madami din naman akong courts na natutulungan na. I want to build my own.
Yun, nasa iyo.
So I hope you guys can support us there and
Lalagyan
stay
natin
tuned.
sa ano yan. Sa mga list
Abangan natin lahat yan.
na nagawa ni Mike Swift.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Sorry. So, we're gonna shift to Mr. Omar B. Regarding naman, ito naman. Actually, we're gonna go back to you pa din. Regarding, syempre, ito nga, we are in a pandemic right now.
Yes.
So, gusto namin alamin
Paano ka
yung
nag-adjust?
ano yung mga moves nyo, ano yung nangyayari kay Omar B sa High Minds before pandemic, during the ECQ, and then ano yung adjustments niya ngayon. So, bago, anong ginagawa mo? Bago
Yun.
nun.
January to March. Mga
Oo.
Hindi, late 2009 kasi nagpe-prepared na kami para sa release namin ng summer release kasi ganun kami maghanda.
Kalahating taon. No?
December pa lang, ready na lahat, ready na rin yung event. Kaya so halos lahat ng hindi naman lahat, basta naglabas ako ng magandang pera para puhunan para sa summer release namin. Kaya nung dumating yung March 15, sabay biglang nagsarado lahat, men. Sobrang stress ako noon, men. Kasi, men, 2019 ko palang pinaghahandaan tong release na to, pati yung event na gagawin namin. Sabay lahat, hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala na, anong klase tong pandemic shit na to? Na, ano to, men? Parang,
Huminto lahat, no?
parang sa pelikulang palalabas lang to, nasa loob ka lang dapat. Diba? So yun, parang gumuho yung mundo ko na parang, man, anong gagawin natin? Anong gagawin ko? Yun. Doon pumasok yung yung music ko naman. Ayun, sa halip na may stress ako dahil sa business ko.
Nagbabayad ka ng
tiningnan
lahat.
tiningnan ko na lang yun para as pahinga ba.
Okay.
Sabay, yun, kinonvert ko naman sa music muna ako saglit. Sige, pahinga muna natin tong business. Ang akala ko kasi dyan sa pandemic shit na yan, siguro 1 month, 2 months.
Ako din, actually. To be honest, ganun din akala ko. Siguro 1 month, okay na tayo
yan.
lahat.
Sabi ko, okay lang. Yun. Yun nga, lockdown na, hindi na makalabas. Yung unang 2 buwan, tumira ako sa shop. Sa shop ako tumira. Nag-setup kami ni 8,000, ni Matthew, ng maliit na space doon para makapag-record. Wala kaming ginawa nun. Sa loob ng 3 linggo, 2 linggo, nakapaggawa kami ng album.
Shit.
Ayun.
Ginawa studio yung yung store.
Kasi sa halip na sisihin ko yung sarili ko kung
Paano
anong
mo
nangyari,
matatawid,
kung di ba? Yon, kinonvert ko na lang muna yung oras ko. Nag-music muna kami. Music yon. Sa loob ng 2 buwan, doon lang kami nakatira sa loob ng shop, studio.
Saan to? Saan tong shop?
Doon kami sa Makati. Doon lang kami. Nag-ano lang kami, nagpapag-grocery kami. Hindi talaga kami lumalabas kasi
Pinarantin niya sarili niya sa studio.
Nag-lab pare, lab.
Talagang
Gumawa ng epektos.
hindi kami makapaniwala nung early nung pandemic shit na to na, man, anong gagawin natin? Hindi
Kasi
wala.
lalo, most likely, kayo busy kayo lagi, di ba? Hindi tayo sanay na hindi gumagalaw eh. Alam mo, everyday, meron kang plano or meron, kung
Meron
wala
kang
man ang plano,
gagawin.
may mangyayaring magagawin ka. Biglang, tigil tayo lahat.
Ayun. 2 buwan kami nandun lang. Yon, nakapag-release ako ng 2 album.
Omar Baliw po.
Oo. Omar Baliw po, tsaka ang Omar Baliw po 2, kasama si 8,000.
Ilang kanta yun all in all?
20 siguro.
Grabe.
Dahil sa lockdown.
2 buwan.
Pero alam mo, sa mga nakikinig, mga nanonood, sobrang ganda ng example si Kuya Mike Swift kanina. Sobrang inspirational. Ito naman, yung reality ni Omar, instead nga naman nasisihin niya yung sarili niya, hindi niya kontrolado yung sitwasyon. Gumawa siya ng way para ilabas yung lahat ng frustrations niya, nilagay niya sa music.
Kasi yun nga, yung spare time mo, ang masipag na tao or ang anong tao, pag hindi mapakali yan ng walang ginagawa eh. So, nag-shift ka ngayon to music.
Okay,
Oo,
naka
yun.
2 albums.
Yon, 2 albums yon. Konti-konti bumabalik kami sa operation yon. Konti-konti
May bagong
isipin mo,
warehouse.
pang-anim na buwan nagbabayad ako ng renta sa 3 shop ko na
Sarado.
Oo. Sobrang mahal ko lang talaga kasi yung kasi pwede kong putulin muna yung pagdudugo eh. Pero sobrang mahal ko, hindi ko talaga binibitawan talaga sa halip na na sisihin ko talaga yung sarili ko na ganyan. Hinanap ko pa yung ibang way para makapag-release hanggang hindi ako naniniwala na na walang pera yung mga tao ngayong pandemic, man.
Actually, naniniwala na rin ako ngayon lately. Parang ang daming pera pa rin ng tao mabili.
Isipin mo, wala naman silang pupuntahan, hindi naman nila kailangan ng bagong damit, wala rin silang pupuntahang event, pero bumibili sila ng mga damit, man. Oo, tsaka hindi ko rin alam kung gano'n na talaga kalakas yung local ngayon para pumunta yung mga tao sa local brand at hindi pumunta sa mga mall kasi sarado naman talaga yung mall. O, di ba? Ganun na kalakas talaga yung local brand ngayon. Ayun.
I think both ways. Pag-usapan natin last time, di ba?
Malaking factor dyan is yung mismong lokal na Pilipino, sumusuporta na sila sa local products. Andun na yung respeto nila na hindi porket local, mababa quality. Kasi ang tawag sa fake dati, local eh. Local lang yan.
Also, I think it comes from the energy galing siya sa mismong nagbebenta ng mga shirts.
Yes.
Kumbaga, naranasan, parang sa pagbebenta ng ticket sa event, di ba, ikaw din yung nagsabi sa akin, yung may mga, halimbawa ako, pinaka-successful ko na event yung ang pinagbenta ko ng mga tickets, sina Del o sina Target, sina Batas, sina parang sa shirts, parang direktahan na
Kasi yung nagpo-promote, yung nagbebenta, mas credible eh. Na parang,
yun si Omar.
Oo.
lalo na sa pandemic, di ba, sarado yung mga ito. Tsaka pag tiwala na sa High Minds. Kumbaga,
pati siya mismo, nagpo-post siya random, vibe check, flex ng bagong design. Ikaw mismo, ay putang ina, ganda nito. Ganun.
Para proud ka sa product mo
sometimes when people are marketing just so the brand can land on, so people are buying because people don't know, they don't have to know High Minds like roots. Hindi naman nila nakita si Omar na nag-iisa doon na nagbebenta na isang t-shirt na CD, right? But
they felt it.
Yeah, because people respect the brand.
Yes.
Once it comes out.
Omar is High Minds.
Exactly.
That's why.
Just like, you compare it to Nike and shit like that. You compare it to people that, left that mark. So High Minds is one of those that are legit. Because not everybody that has putting out clothes got a clothing line.
Credibility plays a very big factor.
The person behind it.
Like in my case, Nick, kung si Kuya Mike Swift, naabutan niya si Omar, nagtitinda ng mixtape and then ng merch. Ako naman naabutan ko si Omar sa lahat ng events na doon lang nagiinom. Nagpapainom. Doon siya sa suporta. Kahit di niya event pa.
Mismo.
Kahit di niya event, may spot doon na nandoon yung case ng pail ni Omar. At kung tunay ka, alam mong nandoon si Omar. May food doon. Ganun lang
Tsaka
lagi.
binili niya.
Yeah.
Binili niya yan. Kumbaga,
Suporta
hindi
niya lang,
buraot.
kuya eh.
Hindi yung pahinging buraot.
Saka naalala ko rin
Tunay
before
na
ito si
suporta.
Omar parang parts naalala ko naman parang year 2015, 16 parang ako na medyo masipag ako na naglabas ako ng mixtape. Tapos si Omar sabi ko parts gawan tayo music. Sabi mo pa nga nun, hindi mo na, tutok mo na ako dito. Baga, support lang. Ang tagal niyan, support din. Dumating siya sa point na, alam mo yan, yung, babalik na ako sa music. Nararamdaman na namin. Siguro nung mga, yan na, lumalabas na sila Al James, sila Janty. So, si Omar din, medyo umaapi. Uy, masaya ako kasi ang tagal na wala sa music. Talagang nag-focus siya sa IMIs niya. Which is, maganda rin nangyari kasi iba na yung
Parang perfect timing lahat.
Perfect timing. Parang to follow na lang yung naging to follow yung music. Parang music, hustle, then back to music na ini-enjoy mo na lang. Ayun
My opinion, kumbaga sabi niya music it's always music. People always say umalis ka sa music o bumalik ka. I don't think people leave. Hindi lang nakita na maglabas o hindi linabas yung mga kantang ginawa. I don't mean they stop or because it's not as popular as others. People always ask me, nag-music ka pa ba? I'm like, this guy don't really know what I'm doing because I think I put out music every week that I do every week for a long time.
Di mo lang naririnig, no?
Ginawa din natin ako kasi parang
Mike.
Tsaka CDs ito, mixtape. mixtape
mismo.
CDs.
Bago yun. Parang, ang dami niya nilabas na mixtape. Then, ito nga, yung parang ipapoint out ko dito, bibigyan ko ng emphasis, yung within the 2 months na nagkulong sila sa shop nila. Nakagawa ng album, tapos dalawa. So, parang technically, isang album sa isang buwan. So, ikaw, paano magagawin yun? Parang, tapos ilan yung Mar? Ilan siya sa yung first album mo nun?
Parang 10.
10. Tapos yung isa ulit 10. So, parang,
Oo, parang ganun.
Mga 2-3 isang linggo.
3 kanta isang linggo.
Mga tatlong
Pero
Ako
parang
na,
nababasa ko yung preparasyon kung paano ginagawa. Ang galing. Ang galing talaga, may schedule. Talagang may schedule.
Di ba din dito, nakita ko rin yung di ba, habang nagre-recording.
Mike.
Habang nagre-recording sila Omar, meron na araw-araw gabi-gabi sila, di ba? Na parang,
Susundan mo yung
yung
mga background,
mismo. Yung para sa akin kasi parang
behind the scenes.
Duterte, Matthew! Yeah. Parang within this pandemic period, parang kailangan mo maging relevant pa rin sa tao kahit hindi ka gumagawa ng music. So basta nakikita ka nila or may nilalabas ka na something, content mismo yon. Kaya parang sobrang daming vloggers din ngayon, no?
Sobrang lang din, bukod dun sa basta lang makapaglabas ng content. Feeling ko lang yung araw-araw, gabi-gabi, alam nila na sinusundan yun na may values Hindi niya yung gagawin kung hindi siya nag-enjoy na nagbibigay ng something na magpapa-inspire sa mga tao na nanonood. Yun yung, kaya genuine yung ginagawa niya. Hindi sila napapagod gawin yun. Kasi normal sa kanila yun.
Shout ka pala, Matthew Duterte.
Yeah.
Kilala mo yun?
So yun yun ang ginagawa ni Omar ngayon. Hanggang ngayon, during COVID. So, gano'n siya nag-adjust. So, I'm gonna go back again to Mr. Mike Swift. So, let's say December 2009 to March 2020, anong ginagawa ni Mike Swift? Tapos, syempre, nagka-pandemic nga. Ano yung ginawang adjustment? Tapos, ano yung nangyayari ngayon?
right before the pandemic, I just was finishing up painting the whole tenement. Like the whole front, the whole thing. And then Kobe died. And then Kobe died, fucked me up emotionally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Made me realize I wanted to go back home to where my land is to do the dream court. And then I get injured right before the COVID.
Yeah.
Same as Kobe.
Ang hassle nun.
And then I get surgery. Then it's lockdown. Right when the day that I got out of hospital is the official lockdown day. So now I'm stuck. Now I'm at the land with an injury, with my van moving out from the tenement during lockdown. So to me, hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyayari nung nasa lupa na ako, lockdown. Meron akong isang duyan, sasakyan, and then I went to have Rakid picked up, which is my, the one I was painting with and do the art with, to come join me and help me build the dream court. So I was living out my van when people were saying I was homeless. I was homeless. I mean, I was at Pasig for a long time. Then I moved to the tenement, and then, I decided to be on my own and have my own place where I don't pay rent anymore. So there's a piece of land that's families, and I asked if I could stay there. So nag-umpisa ako dun sa van, sa duyan, 2 duyan, hanggang sa nakaatika ako ng kubo mga 2 months. Then, a few more, not just 2 months, a little more. Hanggang ngayon, I'm up to my second custom-made kubo.
Yeah.
So, so I can't wait for you guys to see it. Tapos I'm building up my court. Like, I'm building up my dream court. I'm building the biggest court, Guinness Book World Record, the tallest. I'm building it on that land. I've got a little skate park.
Parang excited na ako kagad pumunta dun.
I can't wait for you guys to go
Pang world record
So, yun yung parang ginawa ko. Pero, and I did not stop. If people are paying attention, I never stopped shooting, and I know, because like I said, I have so many songs.
Yes.
Doon ko linabas unti-unti. Saan galing yan? What bars? What song is that from? So I put it in my blogs, and it's just to inform people, what I'm doing. So if you for those following, meron akong Kuwela Factory. So yung sinasabi yung sipag ni Omar sa paggawa ng kanta, yung Kuwela Factory is 9 songs din, tapos 4 days of recording.
Damn.
While painting the skate park.
Skate park.
Right now, where I'm coming from, I just did 9 songs, 4 days, just now. I came from doing another song and painting 2 rooms so far of kindergarten. So meron akong bagong formula na gusto kong i-introduce, which is
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break first. So, our last segment later, para kasi masyadong masarap tong usapan na to. So, we're gonna go back, pag-uusapan namin, pagbalik namin.
Meron na tayong mga issues sa gitna.
Yes, yung not issues, but mga ano nangyari sa ating
Ano yung realidad ngayon?
sa community, and then what's next for them. So, we're gonna go back. Lates.
Kalikon TV. So yun guys, welcome back dito sa Callicon TV. Kasama ko pa rin si Dropout, si Nick Hernandez. Kasama yung pinakamalulupit namin na guest today, Mike Swift and Omar B. So dito na tayo sa last segment. Marami na tayong napag-usapan tungkol sa kanilang buhay-buhay. Pinaka-importante din na kung nabibitin kayo sa mga sinabi nila today, sundan niya sa YouTube si Mike Swift. Sundan niya sa YouTube si Omar B. Lahat ng kinikwento nila yung karugtong nasa kanilang mga content. Sobrang dami yung values na mapupulot. Sobrang dami yung bagay na makikita na pwede pala at posible. Sobrang dami yung aral na matututunan. Check out nyo yun. Si Mike Swift, Omar B. And, partners, tuloy na tayo sa last segment natin dito sa ating podcast.
Ito yung kwentuhan lang natin.
Ito,
What's happening with the urban community. Yun nga, again, we don't want to call it hip-hop community because it's bigger than hip-hop. It's urban. So, siguro, para light lang, pag-usapan natin yung mga bagong kantang lumabas. Ano masasabi nyo?
Visuals, music videos.
Music video. Ito kasi kung kanta, ang dami nun eh. So, siguro yung mga notable music videos na lumabas, anong sa inyo, anong masasabi nyo. Pwede hindi kayo sumagot kung wala kayo, wala lang, kwentuhan lang. Sige, anong first?
Kasi naabangan din ng mga tao na nanonood to eh. Ano yung take ni Dropout? Ano yung take ni Nick? Ano yung take ni Omar? Ano yung take ni Mike Swift? Ano yung take? Kung ano, perspective natin. So pag-usapan natin yung bagong nilabas ni Mike Cosa, ni OG Sacred at saka ni Skastakli, isang ano.
Have you seen it? Isang tulay?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oo, nakita ko.
Anong masasabi niyo doon?
Isang tulay. Okay sa akin yon. Trip ko yon. Masyadong pinerwisyo na tayo ng pandemic. Sabay, masyadong marami ng maingay.
Tama.
Yung track na yon is parang wala naman talaga siyang pero kumbaga maganda siyang pangpalamig ba?
Tama.
Kumbaga ganon.
Cool off.
Oo. Kumbaga iba yung sinasabi nito. Ayun.
Regarding the video itself, yung pagkakagawa.
Ayun naman. Ayun, sa video, latag naman yung gustong sabihin eh. Kaya madaling maintindihan yan, trending yata sila or
Yan, anong
diba?
number 6 sila, I think.
So, ayun, latag na latag. So, madaling intindihin. Yun na yun eh. Walang masabi dun.
Yeah, no, I enjoy that. Plus the message with what's going on right now, parang bridging of generations, you know. And you know, Mike Costa's respected, OG Sacred is respected, and then Scuster Clee is like a future legend. I mean, the numbers he pulls out is for like in this era is incredible. So, maganda man. Positive sa galawan.
Sa akin naman yung isang tulay. Kasi ako, parang perspective ko to bilang as an artist, alam mo yung parang may may mga talon ng kada generations. Parang may sinasabi sila sa kada generation na nire-represent nila. Tapos, alam mo yun, maganda yung kinalabasan kasi, hindi lang totally rough na rap. Meron ding melodic part ni Skaso na, alam mo yun, parang mas nagbigay ng mas magandang output yung sa kanta. Yun lang. Solid yun.
Yun siguro speaking of aspiring music video director. Aspiring pero kasi pinag-aaralan ko na yung mga technicals and everything. Yung mga symbolism ng music video ang gaganda. First yung unang syempre yung tulay mismo. Yung ano bang bridge yun?
Papuntang Chinatown yun, from Loton.
Diba? Ang ganda. Tapos Escolta. Jones Bridge. Yun.
Shoutout kay Jones.
So, yun, ang
Salamat
gandang
sa
symbolism, ang gandang symbolism nun. Tapos, yung isang thought na, yun ako, very particular ako sa ganun yung ultimo outfit. Kita mo bakit, sa lahat na pwedeng suot ni Kosa, bakit yung FUBU na ganung
They
pormahan?
represent their time
Nirepresent niya na ito yung pormahan nung panahon ko. Tapos,
Nah, but he's still formal like that. Come on, Mike's still wearing FUBU. Nah, but that's because he's endorsed.
Yeah.
He's sponsored by
yeah.
them. So,
Pero
shouts to
diba,
FUBU.
parang yun yung parang may in-obvious nila na dito ako galing ako dito. Itong panahon na to, ito talaga yun ako. Tapos si Skasta, ito kami. Ito yung tsura namin. Na parang nandun yung symbolism na iba-iba kami ng forma, iba-iba kami ng entourage, pero magkakasama pa rin kami. Yun yung nakita kong message na nagustuhan ko dun sa music video na yun. Then aside from that, yung angles, ang ganda ng angulo, ang galing. Shoutout to Alod Creatives, ang ganda ng mga angulo.
Ganda ng framings.
Ang ganda ng framing. Hindi yung bara-bara music video na, sige, kanta ka dyan. Ikaw na, solo part mo, ikaw na. May blockings na maayos, yung camera angle. For me, ang ganda sa mata. Kumbaga, pinagplanuhan.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yan, ang galing. You, Doug.
Para sa akin, napapanahon yung music nila dahil ang dami ng nagigit-gitan.
Iba yung issues ko sa mga camp.
Oo, yung mga kampo-kampo. Which is napag-usapan na rin naman natin nung nakaraan. Pero, para sa akin, inspiration lang siya. Kasi may mga taong malapit na pumitik. Pero nakita nila na pwede pa rin naman one love eh. Tsaka reminders lang din siguro sa lahat. Lahat naman tayo may pinaglalaban, may pinupunto. Pero, gaya rin ng sinasabi o pinupunto ng marami sa amin, yung kalaban natin nasa labas eh. Hindi natin kailangan tayo-tayo. Diba? Respeto sa galaw, ganun. Yun yung parang naging nakuha ko sa kanta eh. Na parang ginagawa namin to kasi ito kami. Diba?
Isang community tayo.
Oo. Ang kalaban yun nandoon eh. Diba? Ang daming tenga na nag-aabang eh. So, mas maganda kung puro ganun yung... Hindi naman, may pambalanse pa rin. Pero para sa akin, sobrang gandang pambalanse nung lumabas yung kanta nila. Tapos may music video din kagad.
Pang time out.
Galing.
Time out.
Galing. Peace.
Okay, next music video, ito rin maganda rin to for me. Pasensya na, tama ba? Yung kay Honcho.
Oo, pasensya.
Kay Honcho, kay Skasta din. Have you seen it? Kung hindi nyo napanood, okay lang. Kasi na nakapanood.
I've seen honchos.
Yun yung Ako, okay, I'll go ahead. Ang ganda rin ng cinematography nun. Ang Post Malone pa nung sound. Diba? Ang Post Malone. So, kudos kasi level up din eh. Level up din from XB's not typical, pero yung from before, the 2018 XB na bling bling or forma.
Yung wide shots, ito emotions na eh.
Emotions
ganda
na.
na rin.
Ang ganda nung storya na storytelling na nung music video. I mean, I'm not saying hindi maganda yung before Kumbaga, alam mo yung character development, parang ganun. Kaya kudos kay Titus, yung cinematographer si Benji Philip ba yun? Ang galing ng mga shots, ang galing mismo the concept nung kanta. Actually, yung para sa akin, this is my opinion only, best part yung kay Skasta na verse. Ganda ng verse ni Skasta doon. So, yun.
Well,
Dapat ba?
Sa totoo lang, hindi ko pa na papanood, pero feeling ko mukhang maganda naman siya. And at the same time, kilala ko naman si Daryl tsaka si Mark na maganda naman talaga yung nilalabas sila. So, mamaya papanoorin ko yan.
Sino pa yung nasa kanta?
Jackpot.
Si Boss One, Honcho, si Jackpot, tapos si Skasta.
Yeah. I mean, I grazed through it without without an eye for without eye in the video to critique. I was just checking their vibe. Kumbaga, sa panahon ngayon, it's like singles here, singles there, singles there. I just want to see their vibe. Tsaka yung group, nila, yung parang yung circle ng who they make music with. I just want, I'm out the loop. If I haven't been dabbing into, I don't know. It's new to me too. So I'm listening to these kids do their music, and it's impressive to me, man. Kumbaga, di ko alam kasi yung iba kasi nagagalit sa progression o kaya kung ano yung bagong sound na nadagdag o ano, hinahaluan kasi ng drama, politics, storya. You know, everybody wants the attention during pandemic, so everyone's clashing, doing their own version of
Everybody's
getting
bored.
attention. Everybody's bored. So yeah, I just wanted to check out yung
So
grupo
check
ng
that out
XB.
also.
Grupo
Check-
na XB. Shouts to y'all, man.
Kasi we're talking about yung mga latest videos for the past weekend. Kung ano yung mga lumabas.
Si Omar, anong opinion ni Omar sa ano?
Sa Omar,
Napanood mo
Hindi
na
ko
yun,
pa siya
Tol?
na-check talaga pero check natin next time.
Sige. So next.
Lahat din kasi tayo, marami rin talagang tinututukan. Tsaka, maganda lang, labas lang ng labas kasi
Yes.
dyan lang naman yan eh.
Tsaka, hindi, it made me check it out. Honestly, it makes me want to check it out also dahil, halimbawa, di ba sa mga dramang nangyayari ngayon, kumbaga, anong music ang lalabas sa tao? Ano yung respond ng tao para, is the tension, add the fire? Where are you going? You know what I'm saying?
Pati ano
So,
yung...
may ganung factor.
Pati ano yung with these restrictions, anong kaya mo pang ilabas? Kasi doon lalabas yung creativity ng tao Parang
Sobra.
kung
sobra.
ito limitado yung galaw mo, nakagawa ka ng ganto, 'di ba? Yun yung kaya ako very particular ako sa mga parang paano niya nagagawa yan MECQ, GCQ, hindi mo nga alam kung anong CQ na
CQ na
ngayon.
yun.
'Di ba? And for you to put out content
Yeah.
is very commendable.
Parang ang hirap maglabas ng content na parang ano ba to? Ang lungkot na nga music ito, tapos maglalabas ka ng parang
Malungkot
medyo
din.
masaya. Pero props pa rin sa mga, for example, may pandemic tayo na mga music na nakakatawid. Kahit alam mo medyo, for example, medyo may pinagdadaanan tayo tapos maglalabas ka ng something medyo masaya. Pero alam mo, binibili pa rin ng tao. So props yun na parang kayang tumawid ng kanta mo. Yun lang yung sa akin.
Pero at the end of the day, mararamdaman pa rin kasi ng end consumer, ng listener, yung genuineness nung paggawa mo ng track So, yun. Pero as artist nga, yung perspective mo, naitawid mo yun kasi bukod sa gusto mo siyang ginagawa, dun mo shift yung energy mo. Kung malungkot ka, gusto mo sumaya.
For example na lang, di ba si Omar parang yung music siya, gumawa siya na parang hustle music, parang patama, di ba? Parang motivational music na parang ang dami naghihirap ngayon. So, laban lang, parang ganun.
Subok, bawal lang umayaw.
Actually, yun nga, going back to Omar, yung mga music niya, yung album niya nilabas, ang sarap i-play ng umaga noon, boy. Oh, Chong, kasi parang kunyari, pagkagising mo, YouTube ka, pampagising lang.
Habang
Tapos,
nagmumuni-muni.
habang nagmumuni ka, tapos pero parang may motivation na speaker sa tabi.
Tayo, di ka pa mayaman. Tayo.
Di ka mayaman, boy. Bawon ka, boy. Kaya
Salamat doon kasi free supplies yun
Oo. Pati yun nga, parang may nagpe-pep talk sa'yo ng subconsciously na oy, gumising ka, hindi ka mayaman, hindi ka anak ng asyendero, galaw-galaw ka, boy. So yun, I wanna commend Omar for putting out that kind of
Inspirasyon na
content.
marami yun.
Yes, salamat.
Makikita niyo yung resulta mga 5 years from now. Lahat ng ginigising niya ngayon.
Magsisipag
niyo.
talaga.
Magkikwento yun dahil yun sa music.
Ako, I'll be honest, yung song ngayon ng Here to Own It ng LDP, sobrang inspirational sa akin until now, pinapakinggan ko. Pag gusto ko ma-motivate, pine-play ko yung Here to Own It
But
by
you know,
LDP.
that's the beautiful thing about making songs. Imagine you didn't know LDP and that's your favorite song. Kumbaga hindi mo alam kung saan mapapadpad yung kanta. Yun yung sa paggawa ng kanta ko. My favorite artist for this year that keeps me motivated is Omar. Because Omar is freaking, I just like the
He owns 2020.
Basta yung sa musically, like forget about personally, friendly, business, yung sa music, yung ginagawa niya, nakikita ko yung basta masarap. Kumbaga, I can't wait to go do shows again. If there's no pandemic, I'm pretty sure me, Omar, we were basta for the past few years, last two, again, basta yung aming energy parang sa music, doon ko nararamdaman na ganado kami magawa ng music tapos ang sarap mag-perform. Kita mo ba yan sa birthday ko dito? Ang saya.
Wild.
You guys
Sobrang solid
Anyway, Ano nga pinag-usapan natin? Tangin na, nakalimutan ko na.
So, since we're talking about motivation and everything.
Yeah.
So, ito na yan. Siguro, we wanna ask you, ano yung what's next sa isang Mr. Mike Swift at Mr. Omar B? Ano yung mga dapat abangan namin sa inyo? Future plans, tapos what can you say to the future, to the young artists, to the young entrepreneurs, event organizers, young
Even all the listeners.
the listeners, well, kahit sino.
The ones watching you, the ones listening to your music.
Anong pwede nyong ipayo sa kanila? Let's start with Omar muna.
Yon, Omar Baliw, nagtatrabaho kami ngayon sa studio, kasama ko si 8 Mil ngayon lang, nagpahinga lang siya kasi nanganak yung asawa niya. Shoutout kay 8 Mil.
Congrats!
Ocho! What up, eh?
Pero yun nga, tinatrabaho namin yung Omar Baliw po 3.
Oh my God.
Nandun yung
Isang taon, 3 album, no?
nandun yung kay NB2, may mga
Daming aabangan.
may mga artist trend na kasama, pero ayoko munang i-spoil talaga. Gusto ko talaga.
Pakinggan nyo muna yung 1 and 2, tapos abangan nyo yung 3.
Gusto kong sulitin yung proseso. Yon.
Tama.
Ayun, music, Omar Baliw po 3. Sa business naman, nagtatrabaho kami ngayon para sa 9th anniversary namin next month, September. Ayun, sana rin makapagbukas na kami by October sana. Ayun.
Meron ba tayong abangang collab or design? Ano bang pwede nating abangan
Ayun.
sa High Minds ngayon?
Merong
Or secret muna?
ayoko pa kasi.
Secret muna.
Check nyo na lang.
Abangan nyo na lang yan.
Kung na-intriga kayo, check
pero
nyo lang yung High
ito
Minds
lang, may
clothing.
sasabihin ako. Meron kaming isang collab sa isang international liquor brand. Yun.
Yun.
Oy.
Ay tayo dyan.
Yun na lang.
Finish na.
Omar Baliw po.
Ayun, basta.
Yan.
Abangan nyo. Check nyo na lang.
yan.
Check nyo yung YouTube channel ni Omar B. Check nyo yung High Minds Clothing sa mga online stores.
Yeah. Araw-araw, gabi-gabi.
Ayan. So sige, so after that, balik kay Mike muna tayo. Anong what's next for Mr. Pinoy Hughes, Mr. Sunugan, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Picnic Games? Ang dami.
Well, you said it all.
Mr. Mike Swift.
You said, Sunugan, meron akong 2 laban na parating na sa upload, nangyayari na. Righteous One versus MZite, Rare Mysterio versus Unico. So that's happening there.
Ooh,
When it comes to
Rare
the Dream
Mysterio.
Court, I'm up to I'm gonna put up a store there. I mean, I didn't say that to anybody yet, but magkakatindahan kami doon.
Nice.
So part of the building there is a store front also. And also
Santo.
yung sa
Doon sa
Lipa
Dream
City.
Court.
Sa
Sa Dream Court, sorry.
Also, it's also a stage for a musical. Like, so we already, like, we have maybe 16 selected tracks to put together the musical. So I have that, and that's a part of a presentation for Everyone Can Dream, which is my parang docu thing with Nippon.
Mhm.
So hindi pa naman announce yun. It's about us helping other yung mga iba't iba, hindi lang courts, yung mga tinulungan naming iba't ibang tao, iba't ibang lugar. So that's part of that energy. Also, ang dami rin talaga eh.
Basta abangan na lang din nila
Basta
sa
abangan
Facebook
nyo.
tsaka
So,
sa
yun,
YouTube.
Ito, sorry, yung kanina lang. Tsaka yung last week lang yata, 2 weeks ago, naglabas ako ng album.
Yeah.
Hindi pa alam kasi
Actually,
bigyan ko ng linagay. Escuela Factory.
Kuela Factory.
Yes, so check that out. It's gonna be on Spotify. And now, I'm also finishing up an album called Lesson Plan. This is with Nippon Gang, and that's what I'm doing now. So, and besides my other unreleased Blue Whale in the Fish
Your
Tank.
500
Right.
songs.
That's Blue Whale in the Fish Tank with Pino G and Maduming Cuarto. That's Walang Magawa mixtape with the DJ Spins with aka Young
Young
Bawal.
Bawal.
Yeah.
That's my maybe like 30 songs with Jim P. Right? That's my
You're a music factory.
well, for real though. So
Well, a factory.
so look out for a lot of those things.
Alright. So
So-
watch out for Mike Swift music also. Marami, mga 500 yan.
Balikan natin yung mga words na
Okay, sige. So what can you say to young Filipinos are there? Kasi I don't want to say artist, business, kasi basta anyone in particular.
Okay, this is to anybody in particular. This is to all that's watching right now. I think you should just listen to yourselves, man. What you want to do? Don't listen to me. Don't.
Facts.
You know, everybody got their own ways and their own paths. Kumbaga, whatever worked for Omar probably will only just work for Omar. Whatever worked for me, yeah, probably just work for me. And that goes for every single. And I could tell you, like back end stories with these guys. I've seen Vince come up, and I'm proud to see where he's at. And I like to applaud you for the work that you do with Recta sa Calle, because that requires a lot of energy, spiritually and physically. Nick, I know him when he was about to quit this whole industry and look for a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He was already giving his application in before Hydro put this man in a mountain peak, you know what I'm saying? And that goes for Doug from doing events. I think you did Bugoy's back then, to doing other people's, to having your own, and then plugging energy into the kumbaga, whatever's missing in the culture, you're trying to fill that
Thanks,
void.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You're not trying to crowd it. So these guys are inspiration, but you gotta find your own path. That's what I'm gonna leave behind.
That's deep. Omar B.
Omar B.
Ayun, sobrang simple lang. Walang titigil. Yun lang. Yun lang naman talaga eh. Walang titigil.
Bawal tumigil.
Yeah.
Pwede magpahinga, Mar, no?
Pwede.
Pwede magpahinga. Bawal tumigil.
Sobrang sarap
May
magpahinga.
na-upload yan pag nagpapahinga.
Nagre-render pa eh. Nagre-render pa eh. But yun, napaka-simple nung sinabi niya, pero again, napaka-lalim, napaka-meaningful nun. Yun nga sabi, bawal tumigil. Ibig sabihin, galaw lang ng galaw. Pwede magpahinga, pero bawal tumigil. So, to wrap this up, I just wanna commend this to, kung napansin nyo, kung pinanood nyo yung buo, mapansin nyo, pareho silang dalawa, nag-struggle, nangarap, pero kumilos, ginawa pa rin yung kailangan gawin. Adversities na hindi mo alam, baga nag-quit ng trabaho, nagkautang ng milyon dahil sa event. Guys, kasi nagkaroon din ako eh. I mean, events na nag-fail. Hindi porket nag-fail ka, tama na. Hindi. Ano yun?
Tsaka hindi, yun naman considered fail sa finance part eh. Kumbaga sa pera. I
Pero
never looked at it as a failure. I look at it as history.
Yeah.
That you can't
It was a
do
moral
again,
victory.
You know?
It was a moral victory.
Lots of it. Lots of it.
So yeah, again, I want to commend this too for sharing their experiences sa atin para maging inspirasyon sa inyong lahat. Sabi ko nga, ito lagi kinukwento sa kanila, you have to find your MMK story, your maalaala mo kaya story. So naraman nyo, maalala mo. Kasi walang manonood sa storya mo kung wala kang ganun. Napakabaduy ng storya mo kung wala kang MMK story, 'di ba? Hindi ka kukunin ng MMK kung baduy, kung bigla ka lang naging successful. So, 'yun, pinakita nila na even if may mga problema or ganito ka, tingnan niyo naman yung dalawang to. Talk about success in hip hop.
They've been at the lowest point of their lives, pero
Parang ko consider guys, moguls na rin yung mga
Nag-mogul movers to.
that's why they're here, and we're thankful kasi binigyan nila ng oras tayo and nakapag-share sila ng learnings and experiences nila para sa mga manonood.
At syempre, pwede rin nila, Kuya Mike, pwede nyo i-share yung mga socials nyo kung saan pwede hanapin yung music nyo and videos nyo. Yun, ganun din kay Omar.
Yun.
Kaya nga. I am Mike Swift at Instagram. At Pinoy Hoops sa YouTube. Hindi ko alam kung anong kasi
Just search lang Mike Swift.
search na lang. Yeah, that's it.
Yun. High Minds Floating tsaka Omar Baliw kahit saan may kita.
Kahit saan.
Yeah.
Dito lang yan, kahit saan. And syempre, mapapanood nyo to sa CALLE TV sa YouTube. Dito sa YouTube, CALLE TV. Lalabas din to sa Apple Music, Apple Podcast, Anchor, at Spotify. At yeah, maraming salamat dahil sinamahan nyo kami. Any last words? Nick?
Once again, follow us on our YouTube channel. Please, click
The notification bell.
notification bell, follow, subscribe, like, share, lahat. Tapos may comments kayo, please be nice, put it out there. Kung sino yung mga gusto nyo mag-request namin na guest, ano yung mga tanong nyo na gusto itanong sa kanila. And then soon we will have performances here also na live performances. So abangan nyo rin yan. Mag-suggest din kayo sino gusto nyo makita na magpe-perform. So this episode 2 pa lang and alam ko tatagal at tatagal tong show na to.
Marami pa.
And yun lang guys, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nanood ng video na to. And yun, Calicon TV.
Ra-
We out!
Yeah!